This episode of TorgyTalk is brought to you by Fat Candle Company. Yeah, that's right. You hear me talk about it every week. I burn a fat candle every single episode. It's a great product. They're candles inspired by men's cologne. So if you like men's cologne, you're going to love these candles. I love these candles. My wife loves these candles. You guys got to go check them out. www.fatcandlecompany.com. And if you stay tuned towards the end of the episode, I'm going to give you a special discount code that's going to save you 10% on your order. So yeah, like I said, go online, www.fatcandlecompany.com. Go check them out.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Everybody, welcome back to TorgyTalk. I'm your host, John Torgerson, along with Jackman Johnson. And our guest today is none other than Mike Glab. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today.
Thanks for coming, dude. How was the drive? Not too bad?
The drive was fine. You know, it was a lot of beautiful scenery, a lot of strip malls, and then some farmland, and surprisingly, no Trump flags. I was like, where are all the Trump flags at?
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm really surprised you didn't see any. That's what this life is up here. It's just a bunch of right-wing people that are God is everything up here. God and family, but you know.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great. Everybody's been nice so far. And by everybody, I mean you two.
God is great all the time, and all the time.
God is great?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. All right, dude.
That's the most prayers I know.
So you've been, you're 11 months in right now?
Yeah, I'll be a year in April.
Okay. And you have, the last, 2 months, basically, just kind of fucking, roast battle especially, you've just been kind of popping off, huh?
Oh, yeah, you've been on the Instagram quite a bit.
Yeah, it just, what happened was they had that tournament.
Yeah.
And I applied for that tournament. And
did you do a roast battle beforehand?
No. That was
because I've been applying too. This is my second year applying. So I was always curious. I'm like, are they picking people who've been on part of roast battle? Or is it actually random?
I think what helped me is I submitted a clip where I was at Slightly Inappropriate Comedy. Shout out to Paris and Conflict. They run that on Monday nights in Forest Park at the Beacon Pub.
Okay.
So one night we're doing our mic, and I was going second in the mic. Evan Thomas was up first, and this guy was talking during his entire set. So he was clearly drunk. He was clearly kind of drunk, and he was just loud as fuck. And so I go up there, and I made a joke about how he was talking during Evan's set, and I started doing an impression of this guy. And I thought he had left out the back door, but he was actually in the bathroom. And he came out of the bathroom, and he's walking around to go out the front where I'm actively doing this impression of him.
Yeah.
And so he stops at the door, he turns around and he looks at me and he realizes what's going on, that I'm doing an impression of him, and he's just staring at me, and I just kept going into it and lighting him up.
Fuck yeah.
And the place is going crazy. And that's the clip I submitted to.
That's probably a very smart clip to submit, especially for that.
I never record those golden moments. Yeah, how much do you record? Do you record every set?
I try to record, and I literally was leaning my phone up against a napkin. Yeah.
See, I always set up the phone on a podcast or a tripod, and I always just do okay, where I'm like, that's not usable. Yeah.
That's what I normally do, and it just, for some reason, the stars aligned, and it was just the perfect angle. You could see the guy, his reaction.
Oh, that's perfect.
And so that's the clip I've submitted. And I'm like, if there's any clip I'm going to submit, it's going to be that one.
That's cool, because that's pretty much every clip that everybody submits is polished material, and that's just in the moment. I bet you they appreciated that, and they were probably like, "Oh, this guy can improvise on the spot. And this guy can, that's a cool clip to send." I never, I don't really do much crowd interaction stuff. If something happens, I'm sure if I was in the situation that you had, I would have addressed it, but I probably would have bailed on it right away.
Yeah,
I like the fact. How long did you do the impression for?
I mean, that clip where I edited it down, it was probably 90 seconds to 2 minutes. But yeah,
they probably appreciated that too, because it was a shorter clip.
Yeah, and I will say though, that type of moment to capture that was great, but to try to even during roast battles do the improvisation is very, very difficult. I think right now that's probably my biggest struggle in roast battle is coming up with those on the spot jokes, because you're trying to remember your jokes, you're trying to calm your nerves. So there's all these factors, and then you need to be actively listening to what the other person's saying. So I know for me to take that next step in that progression, it's like coming with those on the spot comebacks. And you could see like people who are polished in roast battle do really, really well with that.
And that'll just come in time. I mean, like honestly, I've done one roast battle. I think I told you about it.
Right.
And even like just with the amount of comedy I've done in the last 8 months from the work accident, just being like putting in the time, like I could tell you right now, like if I would do that roast battle today, it would have been a way different fucking story. Just the time on stage and just being able to react to shit on the spot will just come. I mean, you're 11 months in and you're doing great with it. So it's like, you're only going to get better at it.
Yeah. And they just dropped the clip from the first round of the tournament where I battled with Femi.
Yeah, that was funny as shit, dude. You did real well.
Yeah. It was such a good time. And he is just such a good dude. And he's so like, his laugh is so infectious. It was such a fun, such a fun time.
He's got a fucking retarded laugh. He's got a dumb laugh.
Sounds like a donkey getting squeezed his nuts.
It sounds like you're sliding a chair across a wooden floor. It sounds like Chewbacca with Down syndrome.
See, you got to have a good laugh like that in the comedy club, man. It really, really gets things going. I feel like.
So yeah, Femi actually, he was at the Gauntlet. He is one of the finalists.
Oh, nice.
And
great.
Just anything, and maybe it's me being just extra white, but just anything that dude says, I just laugh at it. He's like, I love thick white bitches. I'm like, that's hilarious, dude. Like, no matter what he says, I feel like
bring me to your thick white women.
I actually reached out to him. He's going to come on the podcast one of these days.
Oh, great.
You need a little diversity.
Yeah. We're working on the diversity part.
Yeah. You could get away with not doing that these days. So kudos for you for going the extra steps in a non-DEI world.
Yeah. Fuck.
He hired me, so.
Yeah. So, what made you get into comedy? Like, you were a comedy fan, I'm assuming, your whole life?
That's definitely a comedy fan. I would say, like, growing up in the 90s, sitcoms were big.
Yeah.
We always ask people, who are your top 4?
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, the Mount Rushmore thing. I was thinking about that. So I think a couple of them are going to be more in the past and maybe a couple are more recent. So definitely for me, it was like Dave Chappelle with like the Chappelle Show and then some of his more, recent stand-up specials.
I watched those reruns over and over. Those are my favorite things growing up.
They're so good, man. And just like, there's some really good like social commentary in there too.
They hold up forever.
Yeah. They're incredible. Bill Burr's up there as well. I think I just saw
the bald thing, right? Sorry.
No, please.
I got a new Hulu special. Have you seen the new Hulu thing?
I got to see that.
Close to Death. Whatever it's called.
Is it good? Have you watched it?
No, I'm just saying. I just saw it the other day. I'm like, I didn't realize it was coming today. Like,
yeah, I've got to watch that because his every special Bill Burr does is just great. Dude, the Red Rocks one especially, dude. That was like right when that was right after COVID, I think, right? It was 2022. And that he just hit every hot button issue. And
he's so good at that.
I just love it because like he can just hit everything and it doesn't matter. Like he's at that level. He can pretty much say whatever the fuck he wants, but he still says whatever the fuck he wants and it's hilarious.
He's so talented, man. And it's just like, he's one of those guys where it seems like he's not even writing it. It's just he's producing the thoughts and it's coming out right there on the spot.
That's what we were talking about with Vince Moranto because Vince actually worked with Bill Burr before he was Bill Burr. Like he was just headlining clubs at that time, and he said that watching him was just like so wild because it looks like he's just coming up with it on the spot. It looks like he's just having a conversation.
Right.
And that's like, I think that's another reason why I think Kyle said it last week that stand-up comedy's kind of like not looked down on, but not as respected because people just think that you're coming up with the shit on the spot and they don't understand the work. That's way harder than
they don't know that's hard. Coming shit up on the spot that's funny, that works.
Yeah, I mean that's like improv basically.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah,
I mean that doesn't
really
work every time.
Yeah, like you see some of those Whose Line Is It Anyway episodes with
those are great.
Wayne Brady, Ryan Stiles, and like Greg Proops and Colin Mockery. I mean, those are insanely funny. But
who's the tall guy?
Ryan Stiles. Okay. He was in Drew Carey Show, which is another great.
I liked him he played the stepdad in 2.5 Men.
Yes, he was great in that. Yeah. He like a very underrated, comedian or improv guy.
exactly.
So fucking. That's one of the shows that I was actually allowed to watch growing up. I was because I was going to say, like you said, Chappelle show, and everybody says Dave Chappelle, and he was big when I grew up in the '90s as well, but like '90s and 2000s, but my mom was like very strict on what the fuck I could and couldn't watch. We had a 1 hour limit of internet a day. It was password protected until my sister gave me the password. Shout out my sister.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And literally, so like I had to I didn't really start watching like R-rated stuff till like high school, on Adult Swim.
What was your first R-rated?
Well, I mean, I should take that back. Every time I'd go to my dad's for the weekend, I'd watch stuff and play GTA all the time. But like,
same.
Well, yeah, cool dad, dude.
Yeah. But like, I just never, my mom always watched like fucking Law and Order and like whatever the fuck. Like
my mom was
my dad
never into
still watches
Maury
Law and Order
show
all the time.
Every time
you
home.
open the door, you just hear boom, boom.
Continue on with your
so I would say so. Those are
Is it Dave Chappelle and who else?
Bill Burr. But like I was a big sitcom guy, right?
Yeah.
So Seinfeld. I think one of my all-time favorites is Frasier.
Okay.
Frasier was an amazing show. The Simpsons. A lot of 90s.
I didn't realize how good Cheers was.
Cheers is very funny too.
Yeah, Cheers.
I like Cheers.
I'm kind of sleeping on that one. Like
I just started watching him. Like this is actually, I get it. This is funny.
Yeah, it's really solid. So even like if you go and watch The Golden Girls, that's a fantastic show.
Is it really?
Fantastic show.
See, I love
it's Slutty Old Woman, so I know. Yeah, I love it.
Now I've like since I pretty much when I started doing comedy, I started watching Seinfeld. My dad always watched Seinfeld, but I always loved it when it was on. And then my wife, she fucking hates when I turn it on. She's like, turn that old guy shit off. I'm like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, sit down and listen. It's like appreciate. Like if you, I don't know. She just doesn't. I don't know. Maybe it's too slapsticky for her, I guess. But
I understand. I understand why people don't like it.
I get it too
because it's all this like back and forth banter that's really annoying. These like kind of yuppie New Yorkers.
My roommate always says it's Jewish humor.
Yeah, it's super Jewish humor. Yeah, and I could totally get why people don't like that. But I can watch Seinfeld all the time. I could watch Frasier reruns all the time. But yeah, I would say currently Jeffrey Osmus is one of my favorite.
Hilarious. Dude.
We saw him. Oh, really?
I've sent you clips of him before.
That's the game. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude
is funny as fuck. He's always wearing like those old sweaters.
Retro. Throwback. But like, yeah.
He's at the Comedy Cellar all the time.
Yeah. We saw him at the Den. It was actually, so there was a crazy story that day. So my brother and I are going to see him at the Den at 7:15.
Yeah.
I got a call from Roast Battle at like 5:00. Like, hey, can you sub in? Because somebody dropped out of the tournament. And I was just like, I guess I'm going to see the show though, and I'm not going to miss it. So I'll be there at like 9:15 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I had like 40 minutes to write for that.
Yeah. You were telling me that's wild, dude.
It was crazy. But it was so fun. That was the one that Jeff Ross showed up to.
I was going to ask you about that.
Opportunity took and you took it.
Yeah. I mean, well, I didn't even know he was going to be there. Like
that's why you take the opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. And
anytime Zanies is like, anytime anybody, Roast Battle or but absolutely, I'll be there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And it just turned out to be like the craziest night. And my brother was there. And
that's fucking sweet.
Yeah, he was just like, I texted him. I'm like, I just met Jeff Ross in the green room. Like, I didn't even know he was going to be here.
That had to be wild. You said you were finishing up, like writing a couple jokes, and then he just walked in, right?
Yeah. So I was
I would have been like, what? I would have probably puked on the spot.
It was just.
Oh, you're so gross looking.
Well, I think what helped me is that I didn't know he was going to be there.
Right?
You got to say a riddle to get past him.
It probably would have made the whole experience a little bit more nerve wracking if you're like, hey, can you sub in? Also, Jeff Ross is going to be there.
Yes.
So yeah. I'm sure, dude, that had to be so fucking cool though, man.
Yeah, it was wild. And then he actually pushed our roast into an overtime. There was 2 votes for the lady Jen, and then there
Jenny
was
Weaver, right? She's hilarious.
Yeah. We had a great battle.
Oh, so she's not hot?
No, she's. I mean, I don't know. I mean, she's good looking.
I don't objectify women like that. So I just want to put that out there for.
I will.
You're gonna. You're gonna ask a married man if he thinks another woman is hot?
I've been objectified plenty of times.
I'm also not married. I would just like to clarify. But
you need a wingman?
She is very funny though. Jenny Weaver is great.
Yeah. We had a great time. Yeah, she was really, really sharp with her comebacks, and yeah, he pushed it into overtime. He called me Andrew Tate, which was really
That's a great, yeah.
That's funny.
I didn't even think of that. That's funny.
yeah, and so like everybody was dying, and
I mean,
so
you got roasted by the
That's when you pull up
roastmaster general, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's the coolest
You gotta
thing
pull
ever.
up the belt past the waist and then walk off a little scoot.
yeah, it was just like the craziest thing. Like I was like, did all that really happen? You know? And I think that's like one of those comedy moments that I hope everybody gets to experience, you know, where
It builds your drive. You're like, I'm gonna keep doing this.
yeah, and I think like you need those like occasionally, right? Because like even for me, the last couple of weeks, I know there's been a lot of momentum, but I'm like, I need to start writing more. There's like, you know, I need to tighten up a 5 minutes, a 10 minutes. You know, I want to start doing more stand up stuff too, right?
Yeah.
And like
roast battles, two
very
different
niche,
things.
very niche, and it takes a lot of writing. Like I kind of lucked out with that because I had a couple kind of like boilerplate jokes that I pulled from my last battle with Femi, and then I came up with some stuff on the spot, like in the green room. Like I had this really great joke at the end where I said, you know, Jen likes to munch carpet. She's so good at it. When she makes a girl come, the girl screams out 588 2300 Empire, and the place went nuts. And I came up with that joke in the green room, and I was like,
That's a local joke, man.
yeah. So I was
funny,
like,
dude.
Luna.
yeah, right. Like I think anything you could do local like that is always good. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you just that magic pops up when you least expect it, and that's why you always got to like jot stuff down. I feel like. And like even this morning, I had some stuff popping in my head, and I was like, "Fuck, I should write that down," and I didn't do it. You know?
Yep, that's the dude. I feel like the most time those ideas pop into my head is right when I'm about to fall asleep. And how many times I have actually avoided. I'm like, I'll fucking remember it in the morning, and I don't. So now every time I have an idea, I fucking write it down no matter what. Even if I'm like, if it's fucking 3 a.m, I haven't been able to fall asleep, I'm right about to fall asleep, but I'm like, wait, that's really funny. I need to write this down.
Yeah, because you'll forget it, and it'll never come
100%.
back.
We'll definitely forget it. I literally had like 2 jokes for it, like ready to do. I'm like, this is hilarious. I made my roommate die laughing. I should write this down. Just forgot.
Yeah.
Like, what's the punchline again? Like, I didn't know the setup. But like,
And it's like I still haven't learned. Like you got to just do it right away. But and I have gotten better at that. It's for me. It's usually at like 4 or 5 in the morning when my brain is like starting to turn on, and it's just like fuck. Can't this happen like in 12 hours from now when I'm actually like awake?
Yeah, or like doing mics already, or like in the like getting ready to fucking go. Like it always comes in the most inopportune time. That's why I just like always. I have so many fucking notes on here that like don't. Yeah. Also, I have like I write those ideas down and then I go revisit them, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like I need to remember to fucking like make sure that I can read it and like understand what the fuck. Because I'll write like Jack texts.
Mm-hmm. I checked like a caveman that just found out he has thumbs.
Yes, dude, it's ridiculous. He was trying to. We're working on a sketch today after this, and he was trying to explain his idea. I'm like, what
this
the
sucks.
fuck are you?
I really knew like he hates his idea and it's pissing me off.
I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, simplify this, Jack. And then he told me what he was talking about. I'm like, okay, cool. You should just like elaborate when you text.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I keep learning that too. Is like you might have an idea, but you need to clarify the idea. Yeah. So it's building habits, right? Like that's what it's all about. It takes a long time to build those habits of writing and just like clarifying your ideas, and so it's definitely a process that I'm still working on.
I mean, your process seems to be working pretty well so far.
Well, I'm trying to take it seriously, and like I said, I know there's like a lot more to do, but
the best way to get famous, pick a fight with someone more famous than you.
Yeah, there you go. Make someone else your bitch, right? Yeah. Jail rule, Hollywood rules.
Everyone's been picking on
or jail rules apply to Hollywood rules. You know,
what's that one guy who does the Boston accent who played in all those movies with Stallone? Fuck.
God, that's a very, very vague explanation, Jack.
Google it. Aren't we supposed to tell you to Google it?
Yeah, hey, pull it up, would you?
Do your job.
Do your job, dude. This guy. What do you want me to look it up for?
He's
you?
like looking at us like, hey, you got the entire world of information right at your fingertips. Tips.
Finger ticks. What are you talking about? Ray Liotta?
No.
What do you? I feel like this is a fucking.
This break in the action is brought to you by Funkytown Beer.
Yeah, speaking of that, dude, this your boy, shout him out, dude.
Yeah, so this beer is actually available at Comedyplex. These guys brew the beer, or they started
Michael
homebrewing in Oak
Rappaport,
Park.
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
Michael Rappaport.
everybody knows him.
Yeah.
That's a comedian. Everyone wants to talk shit about him. I love it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
he's
he'll
like-
talk shit back.
Oh yeah, he's like that textbook like annoying New York guy, but he's also like kind of got some cool stuff to say. He actually he like narrated it was like a documentary about Tribe Called Quest.
Really?
Yeah, I went to see it
I would
in the
love-
theaters like this was years ago, but it was like of course this guy is doing it.
Do you remember what it's called? Because I am like I was telling
Can
you
we
before.
Google it? Can we Google
Yeah,
it? Tribe
yeah.
Called Quest
Tribe Called- yeah.
documentary. I don't remember what it's called, but it's solid,
Because like I was telling you before the episode, I've been getting into more 90s and
Yeah.
2000s hip hop. So I've been loving what is it, Midnight Marauders? That
Oh
album?
my god, that's my favorite.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
What are we looking up?
I'm gonna watch this for sure. The beats,
Oh.
rhymes, and the hang on. Scroll
Yeah,
up,
I think
scroll
that
up.
is it. Yeah, that's a great one. And Fife Dog has just the best sports references, in that on that album. And that is a fantastic album from start to finish.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things that one of the albums I've been listening to like on pretty much repeat when I'm driving. When I don't have him in the car and I'm just like zoning in, I'll throw on that, and then I've been throwing on "Things Fall Apart" by the Roots.
Yeah.
That's like, dude, that one is one of my favorite albums like
Yeah.
of all time, and I just started listening to like 2 months ago.
It's so good. And yeah, I would say Midnight Marauders is like a good gateway album for like white kids who've never heard hip hop before. And then you get into stuff like the Roots, and then you'll eventually hit Illmatic by Nas. And
Yep, I see. I listened to it's kind of like backwards. I listened to Illmatic before that.
oh yeah,
That was like one of the first like besides like Biggie, because I'm a huge Biggie guy.
yeah.
And I have what is it? The best album he has, the Die fucking something.
Oh, Ready to Die.
Ready to Die, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. So I have that on vinyl, and like I'm like, all right, cool. I love 90s hip hop now. And then like my brother-in-law has been like my guide through 90s hip hop. And
Yeah, I feel like you need somebody to kind of be your little shaman for hip hop.
he introduced
show
me
you the way.
to Big L this week.
Big L, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that guy, everybody he's been introducing me to has just been fantastic. So like, Tribe Called Quest though, like he had told me years ago, listen to Tribe. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I was like, you know what? I should do this because I'm like I said, comedy and hip hop, I feel like they just go so together. I mean, it's poetry, It's just
absolutely. Like the Chappelle show, right? Back in the day, it was always hip hop guests. If you go back and watch those, every single one, or like you'll get a random like John Mayer in there.
The John Mayer episode was really funny though. It's like white people love guitar.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch Chappelle's show. I think I'm like halfway through the first season, and it's just really hard to watch with kids around.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I've been noticing that a lot. Everything is very hard to watch with kids around, and I was watching Entourage because
oh my god,
it's one of my favorite shows. I've rewatched it like I think I just rewatched it for like the third time.
That was a huge show back in the mid 2000s. And
It was
absolutely massive. And you know what else came out around that? I think it was maybe 2006 or 7 was Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That's another one I'm trying to get into because I have like one season of Seinfeld left.
It's more Jewish humor.
Nice. Yeah, it's even more Jewish.
Well, it's just basically just fucking. I mean, because
But
from what
the
I
guest
know,
cast is the amazing part when you have comedians that come
a bunch of cameos and
And
stuff.
it's just always like,
that's
what are
the
you
best part.
doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
From my understanding, because I know Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld made Seinfeld, but basically from what I know and what I've read and seen on videos, whatever, that Parks and Rec is basically Seinfeld is Larry David living vicariously through Jerry Seinfeld, pretty much.
Yeah, I thought it was George. I thought he was George. Maybe I'm wrong on this.
Okay.
But I thought it was George who was supposed to be Larry David.
Okay,
And
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think.
But then basically Parks and Rec is just Larry David
Is
being
that
Larry David. Or not Parks and Rec, sorry.
I was gonna say-
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ, sorry.
yeah. It's just him being like a Jewish asshole
Yeah.
the whole time.
I've been trying. I'm like I said, my wife did not like Seinfeld. I'm like,
Yeah.
try to watch Curb with me.
yeah.
And we got through like the first episode, and she's like, I don't like it. I'm like,
Well, it's
'cause the
Seinfeld
whole-
on steroids.
pretty much. I mean, the
Yeah.
whole first episode is about those pants that are making it look like he's got a boner the whole time.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like,
Which I have that issue all the time, so I totally relate.
I feel like it's a corduroy problem. So hang on. So you said who were the newer ones on your Mount Rushmore?
Osmus and I like Stavros.
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 I've seen him live in Milwaukee.
Oh, man,
fantastic,
nice.
dude. He's so fucking
His
funny.
crowd work is crazy.
That's all he really. He's famous for that.
yeah. It's
But his material
incredible.
is fantastic too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember he did something about how we have to recycle. So some lady in the 80s got to use hairspray, and it was just like, oh man, that fucking hits. That hits so good.
Jeffrey Asmus, though, dude, that guy,
He's
he
insane.
is so fucking funny, man. I love his bit about how he's saying that. He's like, oh, liberals. He's like, you need conservatives, man. You need conservatives.
Yeah,
he's like, people are like, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. He's like, no, dude, you wouldn't last a day on my father's or my uncle's farm.
No way.
Dude, that fucking bit is so goddamn funny, man. He's
Yeah.
so fucking smart.
Yeah, his intelligence level and his just ability to turn shit on a dime is crazy.
Yeah.
But
I'd love to see him live. How was the show?
oh, it was fantastic.
Fantastic,
It was
yeah.
fantastic, man. And just the stupid faces he makes in the show are just like they're amazing.
That and
It
then
makes
like
it-
when he does that, whoa, thing, like that fucking,
yeah.
that-
Oh,
yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, he's great. I would love to see him live. Fuck, what was I gonna say?
How gay you were?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right. Sorry.
Google how gay he is. Let's see,
How
see
gay
if there's an
is he?
answer.
There should be a questionnaire somewhere.
How gay is John Torkinson?
So what was the first mic you did?
First mic I did was at Comedyplex.
Okay.
Yeah,
because
so-
you live in Oak Park, right?
Yeah,
Or-
so I started at a class there because I met Mars, the owner, through like a local networking group. And we actually kind of like, I was stepping off the board of the group and he was kind of stepping in,
Okay.
which was kind of interesting. And I was like, hey, are you guys ever going to do any like stand-up classes? And he's like, oh yeah, we're going to do them. And I was like, okay, like put me down. I'm in. You know, I've always wanted to do it. And then I did the class and then I heard about the mics and some of the people from class who was in my class, like Evan Thomas,
Okay.
Marco the comic, a couple other people that I forgive me for not mentioning their names. But yeah, I just started going to the mics. So I did my first mic. You know, I was kind of rambling the whole time. I was talking about how like I've never seen anybody athletic wearing Hoka shoes. Like, you know, and it's just like kind of a funny premise, but I couldn't really put it together. And then I just kind of made some stupid joke at the end to get like a courtesy laugh about how like Trump and Biden were debating. And I was like, the winner's gonna be the person who shits their diaper first. Like that's like all I could think of. But I was kind of happy. Like I didn't say like, you know, this is my first one. Cause you know, when people go up, I did a mic.
I did a cherry popping joke for my first
Oh
one.
yeah. Nice.
I was like,
creative.
congratulations, guys. You popped my cherry. This is my first time. And someone came up and was like, you should never tell anyone it's your first time. I was like, well, it won't happen again. So,
Oh,
But see,
nice.
There you go. That is, see, hey, you were destined for stand up, right? But then my second time going up, I went to Shakers on Clark, and that was my first time going to the city, like to those
Yeah.
bar mics. And I completely bombed and like forgot what I was gonna say, and I was like, I'm sorry, this is like my second time.
At least you didn't say it on the first time, though.
yeah. So I was like,
It's like my second time, guys.
yeah. But shout out to Derek Jones who runs that, because he was like super cool. He's like, hey man, you know, just keep going to the gym doing reps. You
Yep.
know, you'll be good. And he was super cool about it. And I was like, you know, that was really nice of him. Like I
Yeah.
probably didn't deserve that because I tried to roast him from the beginning because that's just how I am. But like he was a super nice guy, and I was like, you know, that makes me want to keep going with this and give it a shot and like pass along,
Yeah.
you know, good vibes to other people
For sure.
and things like that. So
Yeah,
yeah, just everybody's been so cool in comedy.
Absolutely. I can agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
have you ever
Derek-
met anyone that's not cool that you want to talk shit about?
I mean,
He's always trying to fucking egg people on to talk
honestly,
shit.
like there was one comedian who I was kind of iffy about, but like the more I kind of got to know him, I was like, all right.
Addison O'Neill, I get you.
Yeah. Not bad. So, but yeah, no, most people have been cool. You know, obviously you kind of start to realize some of the politics behind everything, like with anything in life, right? So you're just like, hey, it is what it is. I just got to keep grinding and control what I can control. And all those athlete fucking, you know, things that people say, but
there's clicks 100%.
Yeah. But it's cool. I think, of course, there's going to be clicks, right? Like I'm part of like kind of that near West Suburban, like Beacon pub, you know.
I have to go to that one. Slightly Inappropriate, right?
Yes.
On Mondays.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come tomorrow because I have yet to go to it.
Yeah. It's so fun. Just like, it feels like Cheers. You know, you brought up Cheers. It kind of feels like that.
Okay.
It's kind of like a divey bar vibe. But Priest and Conflict just fucking run just a fantastic mic, and you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Sweet.
And they encourage it.
I've been itching to say the N-word, so I'm just kidding.
They will endorse it. I'm not even joking you.
That's a joke.
I don't endorse it, but
that's a joke. I don't say that when anybody's around.
Only when I am.
Just when the hip hop's on.
Yeah, seriously though. Like, what am I supposed to say, dude?
Yeah.
Addison. It's funny. Addison
It's
was
hello in Korean.
Addison was over playing Madden one day, and every time he'd score, dude, he'd be like, "Yeah," and then say the N-word, and I'm like, "Hey, man, you can't say that here." He's like, "What do you mean? That's racist?" I'm like, "I'm confused now. I don't know what to do. Leave me alone."
Yeah, I mean, I feel like don't say anything.
If they can call you Mick, you can say the N-word.
Yeah, there you go.
No, the N-word is for black people only, Jack. I've been trying to tell you that. So yeah, no, Derek from Shakers, he was one of the I'd say like top, like probably one of the first 10 hosts that we had when the Gauntlet was in McHenry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, did I tell you that Amy and I started the Gauntlet in McHenry?
You did tell me that, yeah.
Yeah, so it started up, it was just a normal open mic, and then Simon reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, do you want help?" I'm like, "Please." And then she's like, "I have this great concept. Competition mic, obviously, you know how everybody knows how it works." So Derek came up to host one night, and this is the first time I've ever met him. And you know, we're just talking about. I was not feeling it that night. I was just like, I'm just here producing, dude. I ain't gonna fucking do it. He's like, no. He's like, you're gonna go to. He's like, that's basically like going to the gym and not working out.
Yeah.
I'm like, fair enough. He's like, get the fuck up there. And I was closing the show while Amy tallied up the scores, and up until that point, I had like one of the best sets ever because I was just like,
wow, nice.
It was all because he was just like, dude, go up there and do it. I'm like,
yeah.
And it was weird. It was the first time that I really hit that like flow state. And it was, props to him because, you know, it's nice when you have somebody that's, you know, a little bit more experienced. That's like, hey, put the reps in, just keep doing it. Who cares if you bomb? Who cares if you a joke doesn't land? That's a part of it.
Right, like that happened to me at Shuba's last Thursday. I mean, it wasn't a bad set, but it was the same set I did at Opry the night before.
Okay,
and that set went really well. And then I did it up there, and it was just like kind of lukewarm.
The Opry has an amazing crowd every time.
Yeah. I think everyone's just amped up. I think being once a month has like something to be said for that. But
for sure,
yeah, I did it up there, and it was all right. But then this one comic was like, "Hey, man, you did great. Like you just kept plowing through. Like you didn't let that stop you. You just got your shit done." And I was like, all right, thank you. That was very nice. Like you didn't have
happened.
You said it wouldn't happen.
I said my vape. I literally during the Vince episode, I had it in between my legs and it just kept it felt like twice, and I'm just like, I'm gonna leave it there. But I told Jack, I'm like, note to self, keep the vape on the table. Where was it? In between my legs.
Yeah, I noticed you guys like the vape.
Balls. Yeah, I actually had to quit for my surgery. I had to be nicotine free. And they said basically pretty much 4 months after surgery is like kind of when you're like, I guess nicotine fucks up bone healing. So that's why they wouldn't, that's why they wouldn't do the surgery. So I was nicotine free for like 4 months. And then just honestly being around open mics.
How was the first couple weeks of that? Was it kind of rough? Or?
The first like 3 days was brutal, man. Really? I was just an asshole, dude. I literally went to like at one point I got so mad I started like slapping myself in the head, dude.
I was gonna say, was it like Basketball Diaries when he's weaning off heroin?
Dude,
like
literally, it was in a room. So bad, man. But my wife bared with me. She's like, I know you're gonna be on edge.
Yeah. So
she helped out a lot with that, but I am going to stop vaping again. I'm just going to go to gonna switch over to Zins just because I mean nicotine itself isn't terrible for you, but I just the smoking is just, and especially vaping is terrible.
Yeah, I can imagine like it's probably not good for the lungs either way.
Not at all.
I remember when vaping first came out, like people were like, "Oh, it's like healthier." Yeah.
Oh yeah, like what was it? Fucking was it blue? Was it those blacks? Those black? Was it?
Oh, those
BLU, right? That was the
Yeah.
first one that really came out. I
Yeah.
think, and those were fucking terrible.
Oh yeah.
They tasted like you're smoking a USB drive, dude. And like you're like, oh, this tastes like technology. Oh, it's about 2 gigs. Nice.
Yeah. I've stored a bunch of porn I forgot about.
Yeah. The vapes have come a long way, and it's unfortunate just because of like kids. I feel like these are targeted for younger people.
Oh, sure, man.
It's like,
It's like-
watermelon.
yeah,
delicious.
It's like how sugary cereals are, with all the bright colors and shit. And
Yep.
It's the same playbook. They're just like going back and forth, like sharing the
Well, they're nailing it.
Oh, yeah.
They're
yeah,
fucking
doing
nailing
great.
it, dude. They got me. And dude, he's got a fidget spinner one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that? Yeah, I had
Holy shit.
I had to stop buying those ones because I was vaping way more because it was constantly in
Oh
my
my
hand.
God. That is absolutely diabolical on their part.
It is, and it's actually genius though.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Yeah, like what's next? Like a heroin one? Where it's just,
dude, a needle on a
I've
fidget
actually
spinner.
met people that drink e-juice like straight up.
what? I don't even know what the
Whoa,
fuck
whoa,
that is.
whoa, whoa.
Like
You
you know
serious?
the e-juice, the stuff that they put into it, that vaporizer.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
God.
So like I used to build my own atomizers and like drip my own juice.
Same.
You would. I could just see that about you. You
I used to
would.
make coils when it first came out.
Yes.
Like, dude, you'd fucking wind up coils and shit. I'd ordered
God.
I ordered 1,000 feet of 18 gauge wire.
And then the mesh
like-
coils came out, and you're like, "This is the best thing ever." Yeah.
Is this like a Breaking Bad episode about it?
I mean, dude, it was, dude, you
Vaping bad?
But I've seen people that'll take like an eyedropper, like literally an eyedropper, and just go right into the mouth.
Dude, and dude, that
That
shit's
is-
disgusting too. It's not good. It's terrible tasting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. People are gonna have some regrets, I think, later in life. I know I look back at some of the shit I did and like how much I drank when I was younger, and I'm like, if I ever get cancer, like I can pretty much
I get it. Yeah.
pinpoint it to that. Like it won't be a major surprise, but it'll still suck. But like I get it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you obviously you're still drink occasionally.
Yeah, it's super rare. I mean, like I'm gonna be 41 next month, and just like drinking a beer, like when you're in your 20s, even your early 30s, especially in your 20s, you drink a beer, you could metabolize it like it's a fucking carrot.
Right.
And now it's like I drink this and it's like I ingested like a couple 9-volt batteries. Like it's just like, oh, poison is detected.
Yep.
And it's like the downstream effects are fucking terrible. It's like, your sleep's fucked up, and then you're less likely to go work out or, write in your comedy journal, and you're just going to watch your fucking phone for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And it's just, the product of getting older. It fucking sucks. But I'm
right there with
accepting of
you,
it.
dupretty I'm right there with you. Like I was a big drinker in my early 20s. I was in the army, so everybody fucking drank.
Sure.
And like even, I pretty much ever since I had kids, it really calmed down. Not fully.
Yeah.
I'd say within the last year, just because of the intensity of the fucking hangovers.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
I'll have a 6-pack and I'll wake up and I'll be puking.
Oh, yeah. If I had a
So-
6-pack, I would be dead for like a week. I mean, my 40th birthday, I got hammered. And I haven't done anything like that in years. And I was hungover for 3.5 days. Like the first day was just kind of like your typical.
God, those are brutal.
Yeah, like you feel like shit. But then the next day I was like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym. And like I was clearly dehydrated to the point where it was like, I need like a Pedialyte or something.
Gatorade, something.
Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, that's probably the last time I ever do that. And I'm fine with it. I love just having good energy. And but yeah, I do like this is a nice, tasty beer. I like to have that once in a while. Or if I'm up in Wisconsin, I like to have a new Glarus.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Spotted Cow is one of my favorites.
Yeah, but I'm fine now, just like with like one or even just half. Like just get the taste, and I'm good. And yeah, so I'm an old loser now.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, dude. I mean, it's like I said, the older I've gotten. I mean, I'm 31. It's slowing down,
This guy.
dude. It's slowing down, especially with kids. I mean, dude,
Well,
honestly,
sure.
dude, like the worst thing ever is trying to take care of a 1-year-old that won't stop screaming.
Oh.
Also, while you're hungover,
my
it's like
God.
I'm screaming in my fucking head right now. Stop screaming at me.
Yeah, I
Like,
can't even imagine doing that sober, let alone
It's-
hungover. Yeah,
it's difficult.
God bless you.
It's very stressful, especially because I've been the work accidents. I'm pretty much a stay-at-home dad right now. Now that I'm able to, my weight restriction, I'm able to pick up my daughter now. So
Yeah,
dude, it's a props to my wife. If she were dude, she's like with them because she's a bus driver, so she has she has her morning shift, and then she's with the kids during the day, and then she has no problems with watching both kids.
yeah.
Neither do I, but like it's a lot, dude. It's like my 3-year-old's pretty independent for the most part.
Yeah.
Like he can, and he's potty training now. That's like the biggest thing is fucking changing diapers, dude.
Oh my God,
I
I've never even done that.
Diapers. Anyone else got to take a pee break?
was gonna ask you if you had to pee.
Yeah, I do. Thank
All
you.
right, cool. We're
do.
gonna take a little break right now. We'll be
Pee
right
break.
back.
Pausey break.
Number 1 break.
All right. And we're back. You guys just missed. We were gonna film it, but we all pissed in the same toilet at the same time.
Triple swords.
Hell yeah, dude! It was fucking sweet. You guys really missed out, but
I just want to let you know I can't hear anything.
you can't hear anything.
Yeah,
Really?
you plugged in. This break is brought to you by Funkytown Beer.
Still nothing.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can
Now.
you hear me now? Okay, good.
There we go.
it
Wait,
was-
now it went away.
Oh shit!
It's the plug, yeah.
Edit. Yeah, it's back.
Here?
It keeps like
Here?
going in and out.
Oh, we can hear
Is it
you.
still there?
Yeah, now we're good.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Some these quarter inch connections are like the worst connections in audio. I wish that headphones were XLR. Honestly, XLR is just so much more of a stable connection. Just it's so staticky and buzzy, and it's just
Well, now you're going down to a 3-star review. Just so you know.
yeah, shit. God damn it.
If they stay longer than 30 minutes, it'd be perfect, but yeah.
Did you guys hear that George Foreman died on Friday yesterday?
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
Friday. Sorry.
Honestly,
Sunday.
until he's been dead for a while. I
yeah,
didn't, yeah.
Well, out of respect, I set my Foreman grill to medium heat. So just
I picture his casket as just a George Foreman grill.
getting turned into a panini. He's got grill marks going. Everybody had those like in college,
Dude,
like,
my mom
they were great.
when
Yeah.
my mom bought one. Like I was pretty young when she bought one, and like she was like, "John, cook dinner." I'm like in 6th grade, but sure.
Yeah. They were. I mean, what a genius invention.
Really, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I was the guy in college who like cooked fish on the floor in that thing and just made the whole floor smell like fish.
Hell
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
dude.
fuck
A
you
little
guys.
lemon pepper and salmon.
Yeah. Give me that Gordon's, baby.
Well, what's funny is I didn't know that. It took me a long time to figure out that he was a boxer.
Really?
And like a really
I was
good
raised
boxer.
I was raised by my mother. I was raised by a single mom, so like I
They
didn't,
couldn't watch boxing in his household.
dude. We
remember?
didn't like everybody. Like a lot of people my age and like just dudes in general are into WWE. Never watched it.
Yeah, I never got
into it.
It's so weird. There's people at open mics who talk about it all the time.
Yeah, a
I'm
lot.
Like,
A lot of fucking and anime.
yeah, like two things.
I'll
I
never
don't-
get onto that. There's
Yeah.
a few animes I love, but
Gay.
Yeah, it just no, the WWE is the one that's like, okay, these dudes are on roids. They're wearing
Leotards.
Speedos basically. Like what are you getting out of that?
there's blood. That's why there's lots of blood.
I mean,
Is there?
I would assume
is it
just
real?
Now there's a lot more blood, but back
Oh,
in the
really?
day it was and
I just assume it's just the storylines behind it is what grabs.
It's entertainment.
I would
yeah.
assume,
But
yeah.
there's friends of mine that I went to like high school with that are still into it. Like
Really?
they'll go to stuff and it's like they'll come back and be like, yeah, it was like the grossest people there. And I'm like, but you're
you're
one of them.
one of them.
I'm not one of them. I'm like I only.
yeah, like even though you guys are like, doctors and stuff, you're still like disgusting for going.
Dude, I understand the love for it. I just never fucking grew up with it. But like half times over here is like it's my local bar over here. In the summertime on the volleyball courts, they host midget wrestling.
Oh,
And they literally label it that. It's not little people wrestling, it's midget wrestling. You can get away with that up here, by the way. The
Are
further
they-
away if you are from the city.
I wanted to buy
are they
tickets to that
wrestling
so
in
badly.
like a little pool.
A playpen?
Well, and Joliet
Jell-O or
around September, actually, I just found out they're going to have miniature matrices.
Elaborate.
Strippers that are mini people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Many people.
I feel like there's probably
$20.
a
I already
niche
bought my
crowd for
ticket.
that.
It's in
Did you really?
Joliet,
When? I'll go.
September 17th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in.
We're going to go
Wow.
watch
Yeah,
Midget
I love
Strip.
it. I love it.
I mean, I think it'd be good entertainment. Actually, for one of my buddy's bachelor parties as a joke, we ordered a midget stripper.
That's
Like,
awesome.
why not, man?
That's great, dude.
Yeah.
Did you find that here or then in Vegas?
No, this was in Chicago. Yeah. This was
What was
after.
their number?
I'll find it after the show.
It was only fucking 7 digits. It wasn't the full one.
So this was after a real stripper gave my buddy who had never had sex before a lap dance, and he fucking blew a load in his pants right in front of everybody.
Dude, that's so funny.
And he was into it. He was like fucking. It was incredible.
dude, that is great.
I'll never
So
forget it.
he got a lot out of it, huh?
Yeah, he basically.
You order it as a joke, and somebody was just like, "I fucking love this."
Yeah, he popped his cherry through his jeans. Or she popped his cherry. It was fucking fantastic.
He probably had to get a little bit more of it popped because she only popped a little bit of it, right?
I mean,
I'm trying to make midget jokes. Sorry.
oh, this wasn't the midget. This was the stripper
right.
before.
Okay,
Then
okay.
the midget was like the
After
the
post-
dessert.
The cleanup crew.
Post nut clarity. Yeah. And he's just like, oh, is a midget now?
Speaking of midgets, dude, or little people.
Good
Sorry, we
seg-
should probably stop being.
Good segue.
Yeah, we should probably stop being derogatory. I'll say little people. Sorry.
Yeah, you've talked about the N word. You've talked about midgets.
Well, I
like,
say about how I don't say the N word, but it's fine.
That's true.
I had a thing that was like, I don't know if it's part of my bucket list anymore, but like if it presented itself, you know,
Where's this going?
I always wanted to have sex with a midget or a little person. Sorry,
A little hobbit.
just because
Interesting.
you know, I'm an Irish guy. It would look a lot bigger.
Okay.
You know,
Hey,
I feel like not to picture you doing anything sexually, but you with a midget would be hilarious because you're so tall.
oh man,
God damn it! I keep saying midget.
Yeah.
I said it again. Fuck.
that would. I don't know. I don't have that desire.
You don't have that in you.
And I hate to say it, like I'm not trying to say like I'm hung like a horse, but I think that would not go well for the midget.
There we go. Okay.
You know, like
He's saying he's hung like a horse, guys.
I'm not. I'm just
Some
saying
of the videos I've seen, they can handle it.
they can.
There's another segue from little people porn is have you heard of nugget porn?
No.
I heard about this recently. I have yet to look it up. Nugget porn is a woman with no arms and no legs. I was just introduced. I have never watched
That's
it.
so funny. Like the.
I don't think I could watch it. I think I'm just gonna watch it just for the entertainment.
So
I
like,
think the Mexican jumping bean.
you probably don't even remember this, but the McDonald's like chicken nugget toy.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking of. Like, oh, I'm gonna fuck the McDonald's chicken nugget toy.
Oh my god, dude.
I was not expecting to talk about
Me neither.
limbless people porn today.
Me neither. Me neither.
Let's get going.
I thought this was a very conservative county. We're going to be
The county is
acting on-
conservative, not me.
good behavior.
Yeah, no,
You
not
guys are
not
good boys.
Yeah, no. Yeah. All right, where are we segueing next, huh? Let's jump back into a little bit of comedy stuff, dude. This has all been comedy. This has been
has,
that's
yeah.
so funny, dude.
Oh,
Nugget
Jesus
porn.
Christ.
All right, I'm good. Okay.
Please don't tell me there's
women
like a
have
grimace porn.
I was gonna say I was just trying to get myself into the zone. Women,
All right,
women
sorry.
have arms and legs.
Sorry,
Women have
yes,
arms and legs.
Yes, they are people, just like us.
Oh my god, dude.
Grimace porn is a tranny pegging you, right?
I think it would be like a bigger woman.
Bigger woman,
Yeah.
maybe purple.
Probably purple.
Purple hair.
Big woman with purple hair.
Circulation problems.
Oh my god, dude. That's fucking
We're going
great.
off the rails.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
You give me 3/4 of a beer.
So Comedyplex, that was your was that your first like big one?
Cherry Popper, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so that was your first gig then was Comedyplex, right?
Oh, yeah, and doing the Laugh Lounge, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a fucking great room.
I love it.
How many people were there? Did you have a full room by chance?
I think we were fairly full. I did it a second time. It was a good room as well. It's just nice and intimate.
That's the best part about it.
Yeah,
for
and you
sure.
can see people, which is nice. I kind of like that.
So full disclosure, I've only been to the mic once just because I know. That's why I haven't I know Mars told me I did really good during the Laugh Lounge, but I don't want to ask him for another spot until I just want to show the respect and support the mic more. And I don't know. It's just Wednesdays are just iffy.
Well, I think you also can have the weight of telling him like, hey, I'd drive like an hour and a half.
Oh, I did tell him that too.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like, oh, wow, you're early. I'm like, yeah, I left at fucking 4:00. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, dude, I fucking live in Johnsburg. He's like, oh shit.
I left my family to do this. That should hold some weight here.
He did appreciate that I was there that early, and I told him, I'm like, yeah, man, if anybody drops out, let me know. He's like, well, if anybody drops out, you have to drive very far. I'm like, but if you let me know same day, I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
But Laugh Lounge, like I said, I've only been in the mic once, so I thought that I was going to be in the main room.
Yeah.
And then when I saw it was in the Laugh Lounge, I'm like, oh, I like this even better.
Yeah.
Just because I like the small, the more intimate, the less people. Like I just did James Najjar's Cozy Corner last night.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
Fucking awesome, dude. It was it's probably one of the more fun shows I've done.
Was it similar type of vibe or?
Yeah, dude. It was literally like you're in James's living room. The fucking closest seat to you is you to me.
Oh, cool.
And there was I think he had about 20, 25 people come.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And dude, maybe 20. But still, dude, it was fucking great. I did crowd work for the first time last night. I wasn't planning on it, but I mentioned kids, and I was like, anybody got any kids here? I'm like, wait a second, I'm in an apartment show. Nobody has kids. And then this lady, she mentioned that she's like, oh, I work with kids. I'm like, oh, what age? She's like 0 to 3. I'm like, oh my God, why you're just changing diapers? I'm like, that's good for you, my guy. You don't have to change diapers when you guys get married or when you guys have kids. He's like, we're not having kids. I'm like, well, then you're good. And then I bailed into my material. But that's the biggest thing. Like I've been very nervous to do
a little
crowd work. Oh, thanks, babe. Don't know why I called you babe, but make it a little awkward.
Well, I guess I'm charming like that. Is that a first on TorgyTalk? Calling the guest babe for sure. I call him babe all the time.
I was about to say, yeah, I've heard it before.
But
well, now it doesn't feel so special.
Sorry. But yeah, dude, I just have you done crowd?
Don't ask questions you want to know the answer for.
Well, there goes the vape.
There goes the vape. Have you done crowd work yet?
I mean,
besides that impression thing you did.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I remember when I went up to Shakers again, I was doing some jokes about people from Wisconsin, and there was this lady in the back kind of laughing, and I was like, oh man, that lady sounds like she's been smoking in the supper clubs for and
smoking in the supper clubs.
So yeah, I mean, it kind of comes out organically, but yeah, I want to do more. I think that's kind of the next step in the progression. I think once I get a little more confident in the writing, that the and getting used to that with roast battle too. So yeah, I think that's coming soon. But I'm also just trying to get into more stand up in general. So like I can, I'm doing a lot of open mics, but the next step is to start reaching out to more producers, trying to get on some shows, even if it's just like 5, 6, 7 minute guest spot. So I can start developing those skills a little more and just feel more comfortable doing those things. So yeah, I'm absolutely want to do more of that because it's fun.
It is,
and I feel like it brings out the best creativity, right? Like because kind of it's like what we're doing now, except in front of people.
Exactly. Yeah. I've noticed throughout. I'm hitting my 2-year mark next week actually in March 27th.
Congrats!
Thank you. And I've noticed even when I first started, if something were to happen, somebody laughs like that, I've always addressed it. I've always kind of strayed from the material and just said, I've addressed stuff in the crowd. Something happens or I had a fucking Hector J's sister fucking fall on her face in the middle of my set. That I didn't really comment on that because it was a legitimate emergency. I was like, oh shit, call 911. It was a fucking
God.
It was bad. Is
she okay?
She's okay. I guess she has frequent seizures.
But
she just stood up.
They should have told you that before the show.
Right? Yeah. So she literally got up like I was 30 seconds into my first joke.
Oh man.
And she fucking fell on her face. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, literally like,
who's the real victim here, right? Like,
I was like, come on, really? I'm during my show?
Yeah.
Are you
This is
kidding
not
me?
me.
how rude. How rude.
Thank God she was okay though.
Yeah.
But the
Worst type of heckler.
yeah, paramedics got called and like everything was fine. She's like, she refused the ambulance, right? She's like, this happens every
Yeah, I don't
once
want
in a
to pay
while.
14 grand. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know, right? What a rip.
Yeah, and she like so. I don't know. It was I was able to go back at like Addison was like, you got 5 minutes after that whole situation. I'm like, oh, okay,
That is
So,
crazy.
I got back up there and I'm like, man, I was told I was bad at comedy, but my God. And I was like, I'm going to bail on that story because it put her to sleep. And like,
yeah, that's pretty good.
so like those right there, like, you know, just like addressing shit that happens. I've done a lot.
Yeah.
And then like now, like, I think the reason I was kind of so scared to do crowd work is just because, you know, your material, you work on your material, you
Yeah.
know it works. And I'm just afraid to stray away from what works. But at the same time, if the crowd work doesn't work, you just bail. You
Yeah,
know?
and
So it's just, I overthink a lot.
And
Oh,
it's
I'm
funny
the
when you
same
bail
way.
too. People recognize that. When it was Vince, we've seen him be
It's
like,
very funny when
this
you
is
bail.
going nowhere. Let's go somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe that's like crowd work. It can kind of fill that gap. And I think that's like with more experience, you get that. But I kind of remember something similar. I was doing, or I was going to see a show with my buddy Steven Springer. He was in my comedy class too, and this was like in May. Like I had only been doing comedy
Jerry
a month.
Springer?
Steven Springer.
Okay.
I think they're cousins. I think they're cousins.
Yeah.
And so
He puts on the Geezer show at Laugh
Yeah,
Factory.
yeah.
Oh, they do look alike. So,
They look nothing alike. What?
no, they really do nothing alike, but yeah.
yeah, they're
Okay.
kind of like
You fucking weirdo.
one of them's alive, one of them's dead.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
too.
But so
Which one's alive? I'm just kidding.
so it's this bar. You go downstairs to this lounge, and there was like maybe 10 people there, and they were like, "Someone bailed. Do you want to do 3 minutes?" And I was just like, "Okay." And part of the thing I was working on at the time was this joke about SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome,
Yeah.
and I was about to go into that joke, and I heard like a baby start whimpering.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I was just like, "Oh, fuck."
There's a segue for you.
Yeah, so I like waited a little bit, and I think like they left, and then I got to go into that joke, and I was like, "Well, I think the baby left, so I can
Yeah, you're not
safely
gonna
do this
offend the baby
material
anymore.
Yeah, without the parents wanting to kill me." So
Oh, that's funny.
that's why sometimes you should play it a little conservative and
Yep.
not do risky stuff.
Yep. Reading the
might,
room.
someone might bring a 6-month-old to the show.
That's wild. I have not had a baby at a show yet, but
Yeah, it's a bold move.
yeah,
by
I
the-
would say
the
so.
parents. I mean, I get it. They probably want some like to do some normal shit.
Yeah. I know we were talking about Shubas earlier. I went to Shubas for the first time this past week, and I'm not even going to say that it was. I'm not one person. I'm not going. I'll tell you after. I'm not going to exploit them on this.
They'll
but
spill the tea after.
dude,
You got to sign up for
they went on stage.
the Patreon to get it.
Yeah, they went on stage, did their set. They were not that. They weren't that good. I'm not saying that
Was it me?
It was a woman. And I'm not going to.
That was unnecessary info.
No, it's
needed.
no.
Unnecessary info needed.
It's very.
There
it's
was only
very
one woman
necessary.
there.
It's very necessary
Oh,
because of
okay.
the fact that I went to go to the bathroom, and who came out after she did not do well on stage was her, and the bathroom smelled so bad.
Oh,
She bombed on stage and then dropped the biggest, nastiest
Oh, man.
shit. I was literally peeing like this, dude.
oh,
It was so bad. I don't know why I brought that up. but-
Well, you know, I think she would have done better if she dropped the bomb before she
Probably.
went on stage.
I
'cause
mean, she
that's
was-
like, I will say this: comedians fucking stink, like literally, because we're so fucking stressed. Like you can smell it coming off people, and I've had that too, where I've walked in after comedians like taking a massive deuce, and it's like not just a regular deuce; it's like a stress deuce,
dude.
And it's like, whoa, you're like really expressing your fucking glands in there. Jesus Christ.
So my theory behind it was if you have to shit that bad, there's a bathroom downstairs.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
There's a one bathroom up in the second floor of Shuba's, and that's it.
Yeah.
So if you walk out and it stinks, everybody knows it's you.
Yeah.
And then I walked out, and this other dude, I forgot the dude's name. I think it was Aubrey. I think his name is
Aubrey Plaza.
No, he's a dude. I think his name's Aubrey. I don't know.
Isn't that Drake's real name?
You just
It
gave
is
the girl's
Aubrey
name?
Graham. Yeah.
Yeah. What a man.
Yeah. Right, dude. He was walking in as I was walking out. I'm like, dude, I swear on my life it wasn't me. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, cover your mouth. He's like, what?
And
then
everybody
he walked
knows
out.
you were the one who dropped the deuce, and this is your story.
I promise you, I would be proud of it.
Yeah.
But also, I would never fucking I would go downstairs.
Unless it's like in a ridiculous emergency where you're like about to shit your pants. Well, I did shit my pants recently.
at a mic.
No, I got food poisoning.
Oh,
And so my girlfriend and I were going to Mexico. The night before was Valentine's Day. We go out to eat Mexican food because the sushi place we wanted to go to was too busy. That night she gets food poisoning.
fuck.
And I don't even know how she made it on the flight the next day. But then I got it a day and a half later down there. And we're like laying by the beach, and I'm like, I gotta go. And I run up, and I haven't puked in 10 years. So I broke my 10-year streak of puking.
Fuck.
And then I broke my 30-year streak of shitting my pants. And I shit my pants twice.
Fuck. In the same.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
dude.
within
That
like an
sucks.
hour of each
Did it
other.
ruin your? How long were you in Mexico for?
It was like a quick hitter trip. We were just in Cancun
So
for
you
like
were-
3 nights.
Felt like shit the whole time.
The first night I spent all by, like, she was basically passed out because she had had the same thing I
That
had.
sucks, dude.
Yeah, so she was just sleeping and recovering. I ate dinner and lunch by myself and, went to the beach by myself. The next day we had like 4 hours together, and then it hit me. And then
Fuck.
I was laid up for like 24 hours. I couldn't eat anything. I was just like, can you guys bring me like a toasted hamburger bun, please?
Yeah.
And they're like, you don't want any like shrimp or scallops? Or I was like, no, if you say that word, I'll puke.
God,
But,
dude, that sucks.
Yeah. It's sometimes emergencies happen, but yeah, I think you gotta be smart. But there's places like Babs where you have no choice. If you gotta take a shit, you gotta take a shit. And
I've
everybody's-
also walked in that bathroom and it stinks.
yeah,
a lot.
That's a rough one because that's such a nice bathroom, but it's like for 40 people at a time.
Yeah. I don't think it meets health code. Maybe.
Yeah,
This is not a porta john.
and people don't use the sprays and stuff there either.
No, they
It's just
don't.
Like they're like, oh, I want people to know what I produce.
If I fart in that bathroom, I spray something.
Yes, so do
Literally.
I. So do I because I have horrible farts because I eat very healthy.
Yeah,
You know?
that's another. That's isn't that weird? You eat healthy and it smells worse.
I don't know. When I eat Burger King onion rings, it smells like Burger King onion rings.
Well, yeah.
Well,
when
hey,
I eat,
Feel free to fart then.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
If I eat White Castle, my farts smell the exact same, and it's
Yeah.
like nauseating because like
Yeah.
every time I smell White Castle, I'm like, is that White Castle on my ass?
Yeah, or McDonald's cheeseburgers are the same thing. But yeah, if you eat a lot of cruciferous vegetables,
Cruciferous.
yeah,
vegetables. Wow.
broccolis and cabbages. I had some cabbage last night, but I think I got it all out of me before I came here.
Good.
But yeah, very sulfury smelling farts.
So you sulfury smell farts, gross.
Yeah, we're going all over the place.
It's
today.
good. This is good because we always try to like come up with somewhat of a not
direction.
a script, but a direction, and usually we have like the basic like what got you into comedy, what's your Mount Rushmore,
Yeah.
and then we kind of just see where it goes.
Yeah.
Then we have like some stuff in the back of our head that
Well, we still got to do the new choice and Sex with Me is like.
oh yeah we try
Yeah.
to we try to do improv games at the end.
Oh God, I'm gonna be bad at that.
Oh,
I'll
so
try.
we've been
No,
kind
you
of
do-
dying on them for the last few. But
Yeah, the last few mainly just because Vince Moranto was just telling so many good stories. I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck.
That was a great one.
He is great, man. He invited Jack and I to go watch him host New Material Night.
Which was a dead crowd, but it was a good crowd.
It was a good. Yeah, Pat Tomasulo was was the opener. Jim Flanagan was there. Brando Harris.
He's so funny.
Yeah, dude. It was. I mean, for New Material Night, who was the girl? What was her name? Maggie.
Oh, I
I
can't
think
tell
her name
you.
was
Yeah.
Maggie. Maggie or
She looks like one of my old bosses from when I worked in elementary school.
Blonde girl with short hair. She was really funny too. Then what was that black dude's name? I cannot for fucking.
Which one? The taller one?
The one that you said
guys are
was
really
like,
fucking up on the DEI people.
I
Right?
Yeah. There was one guy though.
I was in the bathroom when he got onto stage, and then I came. So like he
looked like Bernie Mac, but way less fly. Like he looked like a Bernie Mac who had an accountant job. Yeah,
he was very fucking funny. But no, it was Vince is so cool to talk to, man, just because he's worked with fucking everybody.
Yeah,
dude.
he was he's like a local legend.
Yeah.
legend for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's thankfully he fucking loved the experience of being on the show, and he's like he wants to come back. So,
hell yeah, do like a part 2, part 3 type thing.
He's like a legend at least gets a trilogy. I'm like, dude, you're gonna get a fucking quintuplacy, whatever the fucking word is.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
So he I don't know where the fuck I was going with that, but anyway.
I think you were headed back into midget porn.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding us.
So Jack and I have pretty similar goal when it comes to comedy.
Make
so
millions.
That and our end goal is to have like a show.
Yeah,
like a sitcom type of deal, because that was like the goal back in the when you said you were like watching sitcoms in the 90s. That was the goal of every comedian was to do the Seinfeld thing.
TV was the medium back then.
Yeah,
that's where everything came through, and even in Seinfeld, their goal was to start a sitcom in that show, as you probably know from watching it. And that was like the stand-up special or the the YouTube reel or
The last
whatever.
good show was probably Modern Family.
Yeah, that is a really good show. Yeah,
never watched it.
Oh, that is a good. I never gave it a chance until my roommate's girlfriend started watching it like religiously.
Yeah,
it is one of the best shows to watch.
Yeah, I've never watched it like kind of season by season, but every time I turn it on, I'm like, this is
every show.
It reminds me of like how well written it is. It reminds me of Frasier, which is
I need to watch Frasier too.
Frasier is like probably the most well written show ever, and Modern Family, I'm like, it reminds me of that a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, like and that's just from watching bits and pieces.
You've seen Married with Children, right?
Oh my, that is
Well,
that could never be on TV today.
What's his name?
No.
He's got a serial killer name. Al Bundy.
Yeah,
great. The best character you can have in
it's
that.
like
maybe I need to get into some sitcoms, dude.
You would love Married with Children because it's like
Cassie Griffin is hilarious.
Yeah, she's so good on there. And then you got Christina Applegate in her prime, like
didn't she come
late
out in season
teens,
2?
early 20s.
Because they fired the younger girl, and then they had a new actress on.
I can't speak to that, but just the stuff they talk about and say, like the jokes he made, just the sexism on both sides of it is just incredible.
Yeah,
and
I'll have to.
Oh my god, yeah, you would eat it up. It's so good.
Why, watch like fat?
Yeah, you're not fat.
Watch like
you're big boned.
Thank you.
I'm big boned.
Stocky.
We're American. We got to be big boned,
of course.
Yeah.
So like like I said, I'm 31. So when I was in high school, Workaholics was the show.
Yeah, that was a great show too.
So I've always been like that show. I always want to do comedy and stuff, but like seeing that, I was like, dude, I would love to have like a show with my best friends and just.
Oh yeah.
So that's like basically what I was trying to get out of that we both have the same goal to where like stand up. Yes, we love stand up, but the ultimate goal would be to have a show or
like stand up opens the door. For
exactly.
That. Yeah. Oh, that would be super cool.
Yeah, that's the goal. We're actually starting to try to work on a YouTube series where we're just going to basically do like 10, 15-minute episodes and just start it now.
Oh, nice.
So like,
very cool.
I mean, nowadays there's no limitation on what you can and can't do as long as you have the equipment and the fucking creativity behind it. Yeah. So we have a lot of shit on our plate though. We're like we get obviously the podcast is priority. Yeah. And then sketches and then the fucking TV series. We have to write it still and stuff.
Yeah, and you're meeting so many people in the comedy scene, you'll know if there's like somebody perfect you need for like an episode, you'll probably be able to find
exactly.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
You guys are thinking ahead here. I like it.
Yeah, we've I mean, honestly with I don't know if we shouted it out on the camera. Shout out to the new camera. by the way.
Yeah.
So we
I haven't looked at it enough. I'll look at it more.
So we've been talking about getting a new camera
Show
for
my producer cam real quick.
Oh, yeah, producer cam. Hey, Jack.
You see in the top right? Yeah, there you go.
There it is. Yeah. So, we've been talking about like that's the biggest downfall of this podcast. I mean, it's
Not downfall. It was a plateau.
starting.
Yeah. I thought the biggest downfall is that you don't have enough midget porn on here.
Yeah,
I've been
you're probably
trying.
right, dude. I know.
Yeah, you've been pushing for it.
So that was like the biggest thing that I thought was just the video quality. I mean, we got nice audio, the best audio equipment you can get.
Yeah, this
And
Literally, yeah.
That was literally the same shit that Joe Rogan uses. Like I was like, that was my theory when I started. It was it's a podcast. People are going to listen, but
Like
in order to get it out there, you got to put it on fucking social media. This is obviously me.
And if you want to have clips, you need the best quality.
Lord willing.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, obviously, probably the audio equipment was probably still the best move to do first.
Yeah.
But it took me. I honestly, I didn't think we were gonna have a good camera until like next year.
Damn.
So this
is the first.
this is the first
Wow.
episode. Yeah,
4K.
It'll be the first. Well, actually, Torgy Thoughts will be coming out before this. So, but you're the first guest with the new camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Love you.
Yeah, no one cares about John's face on Torgy Thoughts.
No, not at all. But
It's hard to watch.
Jack, I gotta pee again,
I thought I was going to be the one peeing all the time.
dude. I'm okay. So, I've always had a shit bladder. Well, I'm not pissing shit by any
Shit
means.
bladder or pee bladder?
Pee bladder, yeah. I'm not
Piss shit
shitting.
out
I'm
my
not
penis.
shitting. I'm not pissing shit. By
There's
any
people
means.
who do that. Like,
piss shit.
Oh,
You know
can
birds
get
only
the
have one
pipes
hole?
mixed up. Yeah.
Yeah, birds only have one hole
Well,
for everything.
we should
And-
get a bird on the podcast
Well-
and ask him about it.
This is just me being a weird
Birds
person.
aren't real, by the way.
No?
So,
Well, did you know?
I've never seen a baby bird. Have you?
Well, have you seen the embryo after
I-
1 week? What a human embryo looks like after 1 week?
What does it look like? A
It
bird?
looks like a bird.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Stop
looks like a bird.
Stop freaking me out.
Where are we at on time, by the way?
About 50. No, we're at a minute and 10.
a minute and 10. Wow, that was a
wow.
really fast
Minute 11.
minute. An hour, you mean, you dumbass? Gee, a minute and 10, you said.
Yeah, right.
Wow, that was a really. We talked about a lot in a
I
minute.
feel like
there.
there's going to be a fight in the kitchen.
Oh, there might be.
He spanks me.
Okay, I gotta pee. We'll be right back again.
I'll
break.
pause.
Brought to you by Funkytown Brewery.
Yeah, dude, I have the worst. Beer is really fucking good, man.
Oh, good. You can get it at Comedyplex.
It is a good beer.
That's why I got Lasik, so I'd stop pissing on the floor at night.
Really? Is that
Well, that's
the
one of the
only
reasons. But yeah, because I was virtually blind, and then are we on?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're on.
That
that was a good catch, Jack.
Yeah, I was virtually blind, and I couldn't find my glasses. I'd reach over and I couldn't find them, and I would just piss everywhere. And,
Can't see without my glasses.
dude, it was terrible.
How is LASIK? Is that scary as fuck? Like you have to they like tape your eyes open.
Are you
right?
awake for it?
They put some sort of like ring. Yeah, you're awake for it. They give you Valium. I was almost gonna raw.
Barely
dog.
awake
I was
for
almost
it.
gonna raw dog it, but
Because you have to take the Valium before you get there, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't Valium dilate your eyes too?
I don't know.
Okay.
But
He was on Valium. He couldn't tell.
yeah. So yeah, but it takes like the actual procedure takes like less than like a minute.
Yeah,
Really?
really? It's really
Yeah.
short. I've seen it.
Yeah.
From what I hear, like you get a laser in your eye and then everything goes black.
It's the tests that take
I
longer.
wouldn't say it goes black, but you're just
Pat McAfee, you're full of shit.
yeah. I mean, that guy I wouldn't really.
You made Virgin Mobile?
Yeah. I wouldn't. I don't know if he's an optometrist or anything.
Well, he's
but-
dead.
Well, no,
now,
so he Pat McAfee's well alive, but he he said that he got LASIK and he said that they shot the laser in his eye or whatever, and like
Yeah.
things go black for a minute and then it comes back.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see like a flashing light or something.
I mean,
like that.
again, you're on Valium, so like that could just be the Valium, but
Yeah,
it's so quick you don't even know. And then like
it worked though.
it worked. I mean, I have some like I was already starting to have like night vision problems before the LASIK, but so like when I would see,
You just gotta have sex with a cat. It'll take care of it.
yeah, man,
I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. Go ahead.
pussy is
I
pussy.
learned is wear an eye patch. You put one eye patch on, and when you're going to night vision, you take the eye patch off. Your eyes already used to the dark.
He learned that in Somalian pirate school.
Dude,
Yeah.
man, I love
catch.
it. You guys are watching a lot of good YouTube videos lately.
How long
Yeah.
ago did you get it?
I got it about 3 years ago.
They say it's good for like what 10, 15.
I think so. But yeah, like I had like a negative 7.5 or something in both eyes, which is very, very bad. Like I said, I was virtually blind. Like I could not drive without glasses or contacts. But what pushed me over was we were at a tailgate and I was putting in my contacts and one of them fell into the grass.
Oh,
and I was just like, I'm done. I'm getting LASIK. Like, fuck this shit. But yeah, I would say
like putting in contacts, it's got to be terrible.
It sucks for sure.
Or if you fall asleep with them in.
Thankfully, I never got into that habit, but there's people who would just like let them
go past their eyeballs.
Back in
I've seen videos of people getting surgery. Not like surgery,
disgusting.
Like they have like 20 of them in there, and they're yellow.
Well, that's the biggest thing with my wife, dude. She's got glasses, and when we used to drink a lot, obviously when we were in our early 20s, she'd fall asleep with them in her eyes all the time, and it was just like, I don't know, watching people fucking put contacts in just is like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah, and then sometimes like you get an eyelash in there or like a piece of like dust or something. So yeah,
so it's worth it then, you're saying, pretty much.
Well, yeah, because my vision was so bad that they
had to bring out
it was
big
literally
laser.
like life changing. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it goes black or anything, but yeah, it's like you can see the laser go into your fucking eyeball. That's kind of cool.
That's wild. I just feel like
you ever played Dead Space?
No, what's that?
Oh, there's a video game that I love called Dead Space. There's a scene.
He's 41, Jack.
Yeah, he might be a gamer. I don't know. People like games. 41. Fuck you.
Yeah, I played.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I have a guy.
You have kids. He doesn't.
Fair
Same
enough.
thing.
I have a guy that I work with who's 54, who's a big gamer still.
Yeah, there's people who are into games. Like my brother's still into games.
Dead Space is a cult classic, though.
Nintendo 64 was where I stopped. It got to be too much after that for me. I was like, this is too much time.
Yeah.
Too much time.
There's a lot of games that involve just learning the controls, and there's a lot of games that are just story involved. It's just like you have to learn controls, but you learn quickly, and you just. But a lot of them are skills involved. If you suck at skills, then you're gonna struggle as a game.
I suck at skills. Skillless.
Hand-eye coordination is very.
Yeah.
I have to have a game that has a good story. Like I'm a fucking huge.
And he plays that Star Wars Outlaws game. Yeah,
Star Wars Outlaws is a great fucking story.
Everyone
I'm a huge Star Wars
hates
geek.
it. Everyone hates it.
The reviews are terrible.
Yeah,
really.
Reviews are terrible. I liked it. One of it was worse than that was Jedi Survivor.
You hated that?
I couldn't because you have to. Every time I'd get to a certain point that I couldn't get by, I've never pulled up YouTube on how to get past a certain point more.
There's some puzzles that are too
That's
hard.
what I'm saying. I don't like to have to. If I'm
puzzle games are annoying, especially when you involve puzzle games to an action game like Resident Evil.
But like, if
this is so nerdy.
I want to play a video game where I want to play a video game where I don't have to fucking pull up YouTube and see what the fuck to do next.
Yeah,
that's my biggest thing. So that's why I didn't like that one. Outlaws, I was able to figure it out, no problem. But like GTA, dude, love GTA. I love any type
they guide you through everything. Yeah, I agree to that.
That Red Dead, Rockstar Games has the best RPGs.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, see, I stopped at GoldenEye. Like that. That was where I stopped.
Yeah, you just walk through where they let you walk through.
Yeah.
So a question I actually haven't asked a guest in a while.
Ooh.
Is if you were to do stand-up...
Have you ever ordered a hooker?
Maybe.
Maybe me too, maybe not. I've already told everybody I have.
Well, we have one coming down if you want to do thirdsies.
Oh, shit. All right. Is that what that basement room is for?
Yeah, it's it's going to be the TorgyTalk studio / sex dungeon.
Oh, yeah. But the wall flip over and you could like tie yourself up.
I got a little sex wing, so.
Yeah.
Man.
So one thing...
Freaky suburbanites. I love it.
What else is there to do out here? So
heroin.
One thing I haven't asked a guest in a while is if you were to do stand-up comedy in an alternate universe, what would it be? So like an example would be like Peyton Ruddy said that he would love to be doing stand-up in the beginning of a Seinfeld episode because he's always crushing
the Marvel universe.
So someone could actually be funny at the beginning of a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah, exactly. but no matter how fucking unfunny Jerry is, they laugh their asses off. So he's like, his theory behind it was, I just would always be crushing. I said with like either like Game of Thrones era, like a jester, a jester type deal, or
cool.
I think Stephanie Robertson actually said like at a fucking like family dinner for like the mob. like a fucking Sopranos type shit.
Yeah. Damn.
So that's just a little context to give you. So I mean, I know it's
I want the Marvel universe so I can start making fun of aliens instead of black people.
That's why he's here.
That's a good one. I wish you would have prepped me with that one before the show.
I haven't asked it. I really wasn't planning on asking it.
I don't know. Maybe like if I was like a comedian for the 90s Bulls teams.
Okay.
That would be kind of fun because they were like the biggest things going, right?
I get what you mean.
And so like by proxy, you know how much pussy I would get?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Oh,
you know what I mean? Just from being like the comedian
associated with the Bulls. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And someone just white and over 6'4" too.
So what you're just doing getting them laughing before pregame?
Yeah,
or what?
just like doing just like I'm the comedian for the Bulls.
Hell yeah, dude. Somebody had a bad play. You're
The
just like, hey,
bullshitter.
don't be a
just like take them back, tell them a joke, and be like, all right, go back out there and get.
That's a good one. For coming up with that on the spot, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you're probably a little younger, maybe like
5 years, 6 years,
5 or 6 years old, but like in the 90s, that was like the Beatles.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it, but yeah.
And for them to be from here was just completely crazy. And we had like WGN promoting them, which was amazing. And then ever since then, the Bulls have been awful.
Yeah. I mean, Derrick Rose gave us a little bit of fucking hope there for a minute.
And this guy.
We had hope.
Yeah.
Oh, you're wearing it. Yep.
Yeah, man. But I watched a little of the game last night and I was like, maybe there's like a glimmer.
I think Chicago sports are going to take a turn here.
Every time I bet on the Bulls,
where else could they go?
I mean, honestly,
every time I bet on the Bulls, I make $80. So that's my one hope.
You're betting against them? Yeah.
No, they always make the first score.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just not the last score.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Or any in between.
Yeah.
But no, they always make the first score, and I always bet the right person who makes the score, and I've been making $80 on parlays
Man,
that way.
sports betting, I don't bet, but like
I love sports betting.
that is huge.
I bet on golf a lot.
Golf's
difficult.
Yeah,
I can't understand it.
I'm a big golfer, so I follow it religiously.
Uh-huh.
I think golf was on the TV when you said, "Hey, you should probably turn that TV off."
Right.
Yeah. I've made upwards of $2,000 on golf balls.
Honestly, I just wanted to cheat. So we're talking about video games earlier. I just found out.
Squirrel.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, you can bet on fucking video games.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
Like what? Like e-gaming? Like,
Yes.
oh, okay.
Is that how those gamers make money? Or?
Yes.
Well, they add that and sponsors too.
So basically,
sponsors and streaming, dude.
That's insane.
playing a certain game,
I'm blown away by how many people watch other people play video games.
I can't.
my friends will literally watch people play while we're playing. I was like, dude, I literally.
Well, you guys are. You
gave me the web camera.
He's 26.
He gave me a webcam, and I basically opened up webcam on Discord. And all my friends like, dude, your streaming setup is spot on. And all my friends like, I'm buying a webcam now. We're gonna start streaming together. And I've seen their setups now. I'm like, you're watching someone stream behind you? He's like, yeah. I'm like,
I never understood that streaming, watching people play video games. Just play the video game.
Oh, you think that's bad? I've watched people open baseball cards.
I guess it's like
That's even worse.
You know what?
I used to live with someone who watched people open the Pokemon cards.
Oh,
and do
that might be the lowest.
God,
You know what?
The lowest.
I was like, I never wanted to fist fight my friends before, but
I guess it's the same thing as watching people have sex.
yeah, if I opened,
I mean,
if I made you watch a porn with me, it'd be.
I mean, I guess there's a dopamine rush either way.
streaming.
but-
You're basically watching people stream. Porn stars are just glorified dirty streamers.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, like, if I want a 4K camera for a webcam, I mean, I better be jerking off, like
to Pokemon card breaks.
Where was this going before that?
who
segue?
cares?
I do.
We did the alternate universe.
Yes, yeah, alternate universe where you want to.
Yeah,
be a
but after
comedian.
that, we were talking. You had to segue to your video games again.
Oh, I was talking about the. What was I going with? Oh, so like betting.
Yeah, sports betting. That's what it was. So I've made like upwards of $2,000, probably
Just
a little
like
bit
on a
more on
single
golf
bet,
betting.
or-
So I'll tell you how. So the first time, like when you join a fucking sports bet, they give you like $100 free or whatever. So I joined.
$50 free on DraftKings.com. By the way, you should sponsor us, DraftKings.
That or FanDuel. FanDuel, Love you.
I'll take any. Just
FanDuel is my
Promo code midget porn.
promo code Nugget.
little person, big bet.
Nice. So when I first started, PointsBet gave me $100, and I bet $100 on Brooks Koepka to make a birdie on the hardest hole, and he did, and I won like $450 because this whole nobody, like, I think only 3 people made birdie all week.
Oh wow!
So I won, a bunch of money, and then fucking just kept putting money back in, and then I actually 2 weeks in a row I picked Bryson DeChambeau to win the Bay Hill in like 2022, I think it was, and then the following week I picked the outright winner again. I picked it on a Thursday before the tournament even started.
Oh wow!
Just basically how their play was trending. I knew that Bryson DeChambeau was going to hit bombs all week, and he did, and he fucking. But like also, I hit 2 before the tournament started, and then I fucking did that at the when Scotty Scheffler won his first Masters in 2021. I fucking bet on. I think it was actually on Thursday after the first round. I bet on him. And so I've just been, I love betting on golf because, like I said, I'm a golf nerd.
I bet all Hawaiians.
And
anyone who's got slanted eyes, bet on them.
And
Jesus.
a gambling addict. Okay. So now tell us about your losses.
Losses for sure. So like, so when I do football betting, dude, I'll do like a 7-leg parlay of I'll just pick the winners of games, straight money line.
I actually learned how to do parlays correctly. So what we want to do is when you do a parlay,
obviously he's rolling in the money right now.
Bet against everything. So separately. So when you do a parlay, you only want like 3 to 4 parlays. But when you do it, you bet
Unless you want more money.
You bet against everything you're parlayed against. So if those parlays win, you win big. But if they don't, the separate bets you do will win your money back.
Makes sense in his head.
This will work until tomorrow.
Yeah. So I would always do just 7 games. I'd just pick the win. I've been so close to winning. Like I'll put like $75 on like a 7-leg parlay of just like winners.
$1,300.
I've missed out on like $15,000 because I
have a friend who sends like screenshots and it'll be like he'll get the first 6 and then the last one.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, that's.
I've never really
told. How they get you.
Never really told anybody this, but every year I put a $50 bet on the Bears to win the Super Bowl, just on the off chance that it happens.
I mean, I don't blame you.
The odds are pretty high, so
that's what I'm saying. Well, honestly, dude, I mean, just statistically speaking, I'm not giving into the hype like I did last year. But
the Bears are
not. I'm not saying Super Bowl, but the Bears are trending upwards.
To get into the playoffs.
They're trending upwards. You always think they are, but then it's like they somehow fuck it up.
I feel like this is different though, isn't it?
Is it? Remember Matt Nagy?
But he wasn't the top head coach candidate on the market.
Who was at that time?
I don't know, but all I know is the reason they picked Matt Nagy is because he had called a few plays for fucking Andy Reid. Like they were like, oh, this guy's magical, and obviously he's calling plays for goddamn Kansas City.
I just worry that like somebody in like Mike McCaskey or George McCaskey is like, hey, I want you to run the wing tee and I want you to make sure the defense is, stout. And it's like, dude, we need to be Caleb needs to be launching the fucking ball to like everybody downfield.
I think that this off season
and you need a line,
and last season that too.
Need a line.
I think this past season with the Bears like firing an offensive coordinator midseason, firing a head coach midseason, never done that ever. I think George McCaskey is like understanding that he's not good at what he's doing.
Whatever it is he's doing.
Whatever the fuck he's doing, he's doing bad at it. So I think that he finally like gave the keys away because like this past season, like from what I follow the Bears religiously, and he had gone to like tailgates and stuff and like interacted with fans and they were just like, hey, fucking dude, like come on. So I think that he's kind of, I honestly do that. This offseason has been a little bit more unique than
they addressed the line.
The line, especially the line.
The offensive line, but they need to address, I think, the D line in the draft. And
well, I mean, we got what's his name, Gerald Everett from Atlanta, so he's going to be a good piece.
Yeah. No, so that, I mean, they're doing the right things, but I just couldn't believe that they did to Caleb last year like they did Justin Fields 3 years ago. It's like, how do you do that to a guy? He's just getting his brains beat in.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I was a huge Justin Fields guy.
yeah, I mean, they fucked him up so bad.
They did, but at the same time, knowing what Caleb could, after seeing what he did with what he had to deal with, I would 100% take Caleb over Justin.
Oh, sure. But what do you think about Jalen Daniels? He looks fucking.
Oh, Jane Daniels.
You
Yeah,
guys sound like a couple of slave traders right now.
Jesus Christ! Of course, he's not a big sports guy, so he gets bored during this part.
Well, I mean, he's talked more than I thought he would talk today. So
Yeah.
I tried.
Well, it's because I took his ball gag out.
Not the
All right,
jump
all
I
right.
got though.
you put 75% down on the 4K camera. I'll let you talk today.
I will say that with Jaden Daniels, I don't think he does what he does if the Bears drafted him. I think Caleb.
Yeah, the Bears would ruin him.
I think Caleb Williams would be in the same position that Jaden Daniels is in if he got drafted by Washington.
Yeah.
So that's now that, like, I mean, I was so impressed with what Caleb was able to do with what he had to deal with. Like,
Yes,
he's still
yes.
like he broke records. He's you know, like, I don't know. I think, like I said, I'm not trying to buy into the hype because I really did that last year.
Yeah,
Hard Knocks.
It'll burn you.
Hard Knocks got me.
Hard Knocks
I
life.
didn't watch it. and
Oh,
I'm kinda
good thing
glad-
you didn't watch it
I'm
because,
kinda-
dude, they were like Matt Eberflus like lost weight. Then he started getting a good fade.
Yeah,
And then
you're
he
like,
grew
I
a
fuck this
beard.
guy.
And then he grew a
looking
beard,
good.
and then he started wearing like slim fit jeans. And I'm like, oh, this guy.
Ooh, the bulge is coming
this
out.
guy's
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy's legit. Literally, they talk about it on 670 The Score all the time. How that haircut fooled everybody. For some reason, he got a haircut and the swagger changed,
yeah.
and then like HBO did a great fucking job of selling it.
Oh,
But,
sure. That's
like
what they're
that's why I'm
supposed
not.
to do.
That's why I'm not buying into it until it happens. But
Yeah, it's like
ChatGPT simulated the next 10 years.
oh,
2 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl appearances.
okay. I mean,
Dude.
yes, you would absolutely take that 100%.
Yeah.
I'd take anything at this
100%.
point. I would take just winning seasons.
Yeah, this is like Chicago sports right now is like, you know, if you haven't got laid in like a month.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, my microphone.
Oh, are you cutting out again?
Yeah,
We can still hear you, but
I
yeah.
keep touching it too. I should probably stop doing
I
it.
had the same issue like a second
you.
ago too,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it's-
No, it's like I said, these I probably should just order a couple new ones. They're pretty old. After a while, they just kind of shit out.
no, I think I was touching it. But
Yeah, you shouldn't have to. You should be able to do this.
should be able to yank it.
Yeah.
on the 4K. But yeah, I know. I agree. Like, I think they're doing the right things, and I'm excited, but cautiously excited because just like history tells me, I've been here before. It's like, and you know, you're going to get your heart broken, and I can't
agree
do
with
that
that.
anymore.
Same, but like I just feel like, especially with the coach hiring of Ben Johnson, I just feel like he was the top
Yes.
fucking. I didn't expect it.
No,
I thought they were going to go with like fucking what's his goddamn
some
name? Ron
random,
Rivera.
Yeah, some like
I thought they were going to go with Ron Rivera or Pete Carroll or
Yeah, like that would be like that's like, you know, the White Sox hiring Robin Ventura. right?
exactly.
Like,
Yes, exactly.
yeah. Oh my God.
Ace Ventura?
Yes. yes.
You know, speaking of Chicago sports, I'm just glad that I was, you know, able to see the Blackhawks have that fucking, you know, I guess dynasty. Was it was
Yeah.
it a dynasty?
Oh,
I
they
don't know.
fist fought Canada?
Yeah, it was. It was.
No, that was USA fist.
You know
fighting
what really
Canada.
would have made it?
There was Blackhawks in it though.
You know what really would have made it a dynasty was if they would have won in 2014.
Yeah.
I'll never forget
That was like
game.
that's like kind of the
I'll never forget that game. I was it was a really nice day. The window was open and our TV was delayed, and you could hear somebody across the street who was a LA Kings fan celebrating. And I was like, fuck.
Oh,
and then
that's a
5 seconds
bummer.
later.
Well, if they're LA King fans, you just shoot their windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck them, right? But
They're
yeah,
used to it.
This has been well, you're saying the Blackhawks. For me, it was the Cubs winning the World Series. That was like
I'm a Sox fan, so
yeah. There's a lot of fucking Sox fans.
First game I ever won.
Oh, I'm actually a Chicago. I should reiterate that I'm a Sox fan, but I don't watch baseball enough for. I wasn't rooting against the Cubs.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, fuck Houston, right? No, was it? Was it Houston? No, that was
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Then they were the Indians. Now the
Okay.
Guardians.
Yeah, no. So I was thinking of the White Sox beat Houston when they were in the World Series.
Yeah.
But no, so like I was not rooting against the Cubs by any means, but like I was at halftimes for that final fucking game.
Oh, that game
and
was insane.
It was so cool, but I'm just standing there like,
Well, of course.
Damn it! Why is it the White Sox?
Yeah, like when the White Sox won, I was just like sitting in my room. It didn't have any windows, and I was like, I don't want to know what's happening out there right now. But
I was in like, I think I was in like 4th or 5th grade for that.
That had to be so exciting.
It was so cool, man.
Yeah,
Because I was so into baseball, and I was just like, I played, and I was like, dude, that was so cool to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, honestly, because I was an adult when the Cubs won, that was cooler to see for me, just because of the fucking the curse and the fucking 110 years.
It was
right?
insane to see. Like, I still to this day feel like it was a simulation because they actually fucked that game up and lost it. And that it was just so I wouldn't kill myself. Someone created a simulation so I wouldn't kill myself after that game.
Dude, I just remember watching that. They were down in the series, right?
So they were down 3-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
that was such a wild fucking comeback, man.
That 5th game at Wrigley Field, they were down like 1-0. They weren't like doing anything. And then they just popped off, scored 3, and then they won 3-2. And then game 6, they won like 10-3 or something. And
weren't people saying they like, I know there's always fucking shit floating around, but like, oh, they might lose this game so they could win it in Chicago. Did you ever hear that or no?
I never heard that, but you know what? Because of that, that should have been in Chicago because that stupid All-Star game rule was in effect where the league that won the All-Star game got home field in the World Series. And the Cubs had, I think, the best record in baseball that year. Yeah, isn't that so dumb?
That's dumb as fuck.
That's so vicious. Could you imagine if that would have happened in
Chicago?
That would have been but then riots. We only got about 5 days to celebrate because there was an election a couple days later. I mean, I guess some people did. I was like, this is not
you didn't
how
celebrate?
I wanted. I did not celebrate. No, it was not fun. Because it was like, the Cubs win the World Series, and then this guy gets elected. What the fuck?
I was happy until I found out he was abducted by aliens, and they built a clone. Because this is not the person I voted for. This man is insane.
I know. I voted for Bernie. Bernie's like coming back too. He's like out there on YouTube.
He's a big Bernie fan.
Yeah.
I love.
Did you know
Bernie.
He's an author?
Is he?
Yeah. He wrote a bunch of like erotic fiction back in the day.
I could see it, man. He's got skills.
Very good skills, I'd say.
Yeah, so Bernie's making a comeback, but he's gonna die soon. He's old as fuck. Like we don't need any more old people, right? We can all agree on that.
Yeah, I can agree on that 100%.
Old people need to like fucking retire already.
Retire.
Well done. That's what I retire into.
Retire.
Build every stair an inch taller and watch them fall.
Yeah, seriously. Or like create a new debit card that they don't know how to use, so they can't buy food. Ugh, terrible.
Oh my god! All right, we're gonna jump into the next segment. Those improv games that you're dreading.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that we usually do is called "Sex with Me is Like." It's a pretty simple improv game. Jack's gonna pull up a random word on the generator, not the one that he comes out of his fucking mouth.
I gotta look up a generator now.
Yeah,
I was gonna say sex with me is like a water bottle, but
so basically you just if it was sex with me is like a water bottle, you'd be like sex with me is like a water bottle. When you're done with me, just throw me away. It's like so you basically just
nice.
You just kind of try to come up with a one-liner on the spot.
I will try.
Word generator. Yeah, good spelling, dude.
Generator.
Generator. Okay, here we go. Loading.
Sex with me is like a hiccup.
Sex with me is like a hiccup. I'll make you choke a little bit, but you'll still be alive after.
Nice. Sex with me is like a hiccup. You're probably gonna hiccup after you swallow my cum. This is really out there.
Sex with me is like a hiccup. Usually only happens when you drink a lot.
Oh, nice.
Sex with me is like a hiccup. You're gonna get hot mouth after it.
Oh,
hot mouth.
Sex with me is like a hiccup. You're gonna have to hold your breath for 5 seconds.
There you go. Sex with me is like a hiccup. You're gonna have to fucking hold me upside down or whatever the fucking other one is.
All right, sex with me is like a privilege.
White.
White's only.
Next one.
Yeah.
I don't know that
too
word.
big for me.
Yeah.
What is going on in the background? You got an ad.
Oh, you can hear it? You're the only one who can hear it.
Yeah, hit the speaker up on the tab. There you go. Babushka. Did you know that means like old lady in Polish?
Babushka?
Babushka.
I thought it was a thing on the head.
I've also heard that too, but like, so I've heard there's multiple translations.
Only ways.
My last name is Polish.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. It means like.
They just took off the ski?
I just found out last night. Yeah, probably.
Probably,
it means
yeah.
like cabbage core.
Oh, this is a good one.
Like, ooh, real
Cabbage core?
cabbage core. Yeah. We were eating some.
Sounds like a fucking dope ass fucking metal band.
Yeah,
dude.
we were-
Cabbage core.
We were eating some Glumke last night.
Glumke?
Glumke.
That's
And
a
like, yeah, that's
fun
your last
word.
name. Glab Glumke or like.
Glumke.
I was like,
Glumke
Jesus
sounds like a
Christ.
sex position.
It-
I
it-
want Glumke on her
Hey,
last night.
I can still hear that in the background.
You can?
Yeah.
No, you're the only one.
You don't hear that?
I don't hear it.
Yeah, I hear like rock music.
I do see the volume thing on. Just
That's
turn the
weird.
volume down. Right?
Well, you know what? If people hear it, they get a little
Just
bit
do
of
the
rock music
technical
in the background.
difficulty, video.
Yeah. Sex with me is like integrity. There's none.
Yeah, I mean,
That's pretty much
that's it. Yeah, next.
Reset.
All right.
I feel like you guys should pick your own words.
Wait,
from the
Now I
Now I hear it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And it's gone.
All right.
You could do a new word, right?
Maybe just turn the chat volume all the way down.
Sex with me
No,
is like
nothing.
a formula.
Sex with me is like a formula. Very algebraic.
Hmm?
Smart, not funny.
A plus B equals
Me.
XXX.
There you go.
D plus V equals fun.
There you go.
All right.
Even
Should we move on to
Oh, this is
new
going to be
choice?
bad. I already know.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
Jesus Christ. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jack.
Sex with me is like a junior.
Cancel him.
That's where I had it.
What?
What?
I had sex as a junior. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
What are you, a teacher at Downers Grove?
No, actually a custodian, but you know.
Sex with me is like a junior. I lost my virginity when I was a freshman. Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's.
That's sophomore.
Yeah, I'm going to skip that one. I don't like it. Retailer.
All right. Let's do one more.
Sex with me is like a retailer.
There's
We're
a
gonna
sign
do-
up posted.
We're gonna
in front
do
of
it in
house.
the. We're gonna do it in the stock room.
Sex with me is like a retailer. Pretty much everybody that's there doesn't want to be there.
Nice, that's very good. That's
Sex with
very-
me is like a retailer. My smile is fake.
There you go. Nice.
Wow, very
Nice.
good. You guys are really stepping it up.
All right. Let's bail on this and
I agree.
all right. So we haven't played this one in a while. It's called just exit out of that tab, dude. That shit's annoying my fucking eardrums.
Let me find the mouse. Yeah.
Come on.
There it is.
There we go. Okay, so the new one, the one that we haven't played in a while is called New Choice.
Okay.
So basically, Jack will set the scene like we're in a grocery store, standing at a deli,
Okay.
and then you and me are just gonna have a conversation, and then whenever, like, say I'm in the middle of saying something and I say something, then Jack will say new choice. So then I change what I say, and then he
Okay.
says new choice again. It's basically like he basically says new choice 3 times. By the time you get to the third one's supposed to be the funniest. I don't know if it makes any sense.
It doesn't, but let's try it.
All right.
All right.
So Mike or John, you are the clerk. Mike, you are the guy at a sperm bank trying to deposit
His load.
Yeah.
Don't get lost in the scene. Make sure you say new choice, motherfucker.
I'll try.
He gets too into the scene. He's like watching a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You're the sperm clinic.
Okay. So, sir, you got your donation?
Can you open your hand?
You no, you have to come in the cup.
New choice.
You have to come in my butt.
Is that a new policy?
That's brand new, actually. Just because I saw you.
Okay. I need to see that in writing before I move
New
forward
choice.
with this.
New choice.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you need to see it in writing.
Need to see it in writing.
Yeah. PowerPoint for that.
Yeah, I'm not good at this.
That's okay. It's okay. We can start over.
All
that
right,
was
keep
a
going.
good-
Keep going.
Okay. All right.
So you got what?
It's very difficult to
Oh,
do.
I was like staring at him for a prompt. Yeah, I'm awful at this.
It's okay.
This is why I don't do improv.
This is an area of comedy that I'm
So-
trying to get into more.
So it goes new choice you, new choice me.
No,
No, whoever's talking when I do new choice,
Oh,
you
okay,
have to
okay,
change
okay,
what you're
okay.
talking about.
So like when I
Gotcha,
was
okay.
so when I was
Yeah.
saying, I was like, oh, you have to come in this cup. He said new choice. Oh, you have to come in my
Oh,
hand, or you
okay.
have to- yeah. So he's supposed.
Now it makes
yeah,
sense.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it
All
one
right.
more
Cool.
time.
New. Let's do a new scene.
All right. So, Mike, you'll be a drugstore clinic, and John will be a guy trying to buy Adderall.
Okay. Like a pharmacy?
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me.
Hello. What brings you into Walgreens today?
I need the stuff that makes me focus.
New choice.
I need the stuff that makes me hard.
Yes.
I think you need to go to a gas station for that.
No. I need the good stuff. The Adderall.
Oh, you need the Adderall.
New choice.
Oh, you need the Viagra.
Yeah, I do need the Viagra because I need to focus with my wiener.
Well, if you take 3 of these once a day, you'll be hard.
New choice.
Like, you will be soft.
Well, then that's exact opposite of what I wanted. I want Adderall.
All right. I'm going to tell you this one more time. You are not 18. We cannot sell this to you, sir.
I'm 19 though.
New choice.
You need
I'm 12.
All right, I will give you a double prescription.
All right, that's fucking good on that, dude. It's very difficult. That's
That is very hard.
I think that's why we strayed away from it because it's just so.
It's good though. I need to practice that, so I like
Yeah.
it. I respect it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you respect it. That means a
now
lot to
pull
me.
your penis.
Do you have any shows that you're doing soon that you want to plug?
Nothing. Well, I got a roast battle on the 1st of May, but right now just trying to go to some mics and get my shit together, and hopefully I'll have some shows coming up soon. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. We got them up. If you're looking at the screen, we got
look at
Mike,
that.
To the
Mike
viewers
Glab, Mike.Glab on Instagram.
Thank you.
He is up and coming, guys. He's killing it in the scene right now, especially in roast battle. And yeah, dude, I feel like you're just gonna keep killing it, man.
Thank you.
You're putting in the work. You know, I see you almost at every mic I go to. You're there. So
Thank you.
yeah, man.
I always like telling people who like when they've been at Riddles because that one little thing's down. Like, oh, you were there past 24. Yeah.
I like Riddles. Riddles is a good spot.
Dude, it's such a fun spot.
We've been there twice now. It's just the main reason we haven't gone there more is just because it's literally.
Oh, third.
That was
base up.
him.
Yeah.
Nice, you piece of shit. Damn it.
Go to your sex dungeon.
The only reason
Back to the little swing set you go.
the only reason we don't go to Riddles more is because it's literally the furthest mic from here.
yeah.
It took us.
But
it's
it's
also-
you've been there twice. I've only gone
us
once.
2
and
hours.
It's, only
It's
like
a black
40
mic.
minutes.
I love that. Like the energy there is fucking fantastic because it's literally just the
Yeah.
majority black people, but like
That's where I go to test my black
Yeah.
jokes.
Black
No.
people, I feel like, pay attention more.
Yep.
yes,
And
I would
if you-
agree.
And coming from, you're very white, I'm very white. Making a black guy laugh is very awesome.
Yeah,
And especially
like
when they're
3
like-
laughs.
Seriously, though, I told Charles, it was on the Charles episode. I told this fucking joke at the Vixen. All the white people went like, "Aw," during it.
Oh, yeah.
All I could hear black people laughing in the back. And then after the show, this one black dude came up to me and he's like, "That was the best joke of all the comedians all night. Keep telling it." I haven't told it since, but I should probably tell it again.
Yeah.
But he just like, it was a black joke. It wasn't like bad by any means. It wasn't like it was like edgy, but it was just like, of course, the white people got
Basically,
upset.
my audience is under a like 30K tax bracket. Yeah. Anyone who makes under 30K a year, that's my audience.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like most of America.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, there's like one on here where I did a Kwanzaa joke and I would say half the room was black and they loved it.
You want to play it?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's that one in the middle above the CEO one. Yeah, that one. Yep.
Did we test the volume?
Nope, but we'll find out. Is it fine for you? Let me turn it up. Hold on.
A little late, you know what
That's funny.
Yeah.
We might have to replay.
Ready for Kwanzaa?
That's great.
It's one day after Christmas. Sounds like Black Santa's just running a little late. You know?
Same shirt too.
That's funny.
Yeah, they loved it.
That's great. That's great. I had a joke about fucking during Christmas time about how I had the Santa tracker app for my kids, and I was showing my 3-year-old that Santa landed in Ethiopia. And I was like, it was a quick stop. It was a pump and dump. It was just, and I was just like, you know what? Maybe if Santa dropped more presents off in Ethiopia, it wouldn't be a third world country.
Aww.
It got laughs.
Was that the one you did at the Vixen?
No. I'll tell you after which one I did at the Vixen.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a good joke, and I don't know.
No, I mean,
black people like it.
It happens, right? Sometimes you do a joke at one place, and then you're like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna roll with this," and you do it at another place, and you're like,
100%.
Yeah, but it's just what pisses me off the most
If
about
it works
comedy.
once, it's worth doing.
"Yeah, oh yeah, it'll work again."
The biggest thing I've learned so far in comedy is the wrong people. Like if you're doing a joke that would essentially offend a certain group of people, it's usually white people that get fucking offended by it.
Yeah,
And that's very upsetting because it's like, dude, it has nothing to do with you. Fucking stop.
And it's usually the people you can always beat in a fist fight.
Regardless, it shouldn't have to come to that because it's a fucking joke. It shouldn't have to come down to that.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't go to a comedy show like trying to be offended. Like you know, you always hear about people, you say something. Like if I made that SIDS joke, it's not like I came there trying to make that SIDS joke about your kid.
Joke.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, how would I have known, right? That you were going to show up and you had this history of this random fucking thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
It's that's one thing I've learned is don't go to a comedy show with if you're having a bad day and something offends you, keep it to yourself because honestly, it's just a joke. It's not the comedian.
Or if you're offended by it, you haven't accepted it yet.
Unless the comedian is like being like devious and like trying to like, I mean, most comedians, I'd say 90% of comedians are telling it with a good heart. They're trying to make you laugh.
Yeah. We're all on the same team. We're trying to have a good time.
Exactly.
We're trying to have a good time.
You know, and sometimes those edgier jokes just rub people the wrong way. Unfortunately, it's not supposed to work that way, but you know, it's not a perfect world.
Yeah, we've all been there. I mean, probably the two things I stay away from is I don't say the N-word and I don't do rape jokes. Like that never really vibed with me.
I can't say I haven't tried them, but
of course
I have
you
a few.
You have the hair of somebody who would try a rape joke. I think
You mean Bill Cosby?
and the mustache for it.
I just made one, by the way.
So yeah, dude, I think we're gonna wrap it up. But thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Would love to have you back anytime you want.
This is a fun one for sure.
Happy to do it. Yeah.
So yeah, dude, I'm sure we'll run into each other,
of course,
in the next couple days. So
if we find each other in the bathroom, we'll sword fight.
Yeah, we gotta get that trifecta sword fight going again. Hell yeah, dude. Well, like I said, dude, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you. And guys, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week with another guest. Sam Berry is your next week's guest. So
yes,
coming back on for the second time.
Basketball trick shots.
Hell yeah, dude. He's so good at shooting basketballs. It's so funny.
But he's gonna do it shirtless.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Get some more female viewers.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye.
This episode was brought to you by Fat Candle Company. That's right. You've made it to the point where we're going to give you a discount code for your order at fatcandlecompany.com. So yeah, go ahead, go to fatcandlecompany.com, use the promo code FATTORGY, that's FATTORGY at checkout, and you'll get yourself 10% off your order. Once again, that's FATTORGY, FATTORGY at the checkout to get yourself 10% off. fatcandlecompany.com.